Hello and welcome to Abbitt Media. Hopefully everything's working. Let me know if it is. Oh, I haven't got the stream up. Where are you? Where are you all? There you are. Excellent connection. All sounding okay. Let me know if you can hear me. Beto, hi. There we go. Owen, Sunny Ray. Nice to see you. What's up? So hopefully everybody's here. My chat seems to be taking a little time. Usually it sort of flutters in as... There we go. There it is. Mohan Kumar, this is my first live learning from YouTube. Thanks, Grand Abbitt. Thank you very much. Yes, the music. Yeah, it's all the music I get is it's just royalty free stuff from YouTube Studios. But it's kind of fun going through and choosing. But I spent too long, and then I was a tiny bit late today, wasn't I? 30 seconds late. I always try and keep in with time, but I was getting a few things together, spending too long choosing the music for that, for the intro. Although it didn't actually take that long, but still. Nice to see you all here. So there's quite a few on, isn't there? Greetings from Spain, from Charo Fernandez Garcia, Tom Kayak, Martin Wogerberg, Peter Gauss. A few new names that I don't recognise actually. Pradeep Kumar K, Vartan Ponasane, Harold. There's loads of people. Can't go through you all. Dramatic intro music. That's what I was thinking. Dramatic landscapes. So that's what we're thinking about today. Blender, is that a new kind of video editing software? Well, it's a 3D animation software, but it does do video editing as well. Andre Wong, Tomo Prime. Nice to see you all. Corey S. 184 at the moment. That's a good start, that is. So people are... because I wasn't sure whether I was going to do a stream today. And I thought, well, it's a Wednesday, so it's my sort of college day. So I was thinking it'd be good to do some stuff for the students if they're out there watching. I'm not sure how many students watch my stream. This is my college students that I teach on a Wednesday. Obviously, it's COVID, so we're all locked indoors, sort of. But we're certainly not at school at the moment. So online lessons, and I've given them a task, and the task was, I'll show you the task actually if I can find it around here. So I'll show you what we're going to work through the next few weeks. This is, oh no, wrong screen. This screen, isn't it? There we go. Okay, so it's a 3D environment design task. I've got my gloves on, ready for doing some arty stuff. Oh, I've just noticed you can see the edge of my green screen. Can you see that? Up there? Up the top, just there. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? I'm going to zoom in a bit. You don't want to zoom in too far into my face. It's not looking good, is it? Okay, so we've got this in front of me here. Yeah, there we go. It's weird because it cuts off the screen right on the... Anyway, enough of that. So yeah, this is the 3D environment task that I've set my students. So I thought I'd show you it because you can see the process behind... Well, a games design lesson if you're interested, but also the production process, a little bit about the production process. Obviously, we adapt it so it's suitable for 16 to 19-year-olds sort of doing A-levels in our country. I'll come to the questions in a second. There's lots in the chat. I'll get there in a second. And so this is the process we go through, sort of mood boarding and getting stuff together, mind maps created from that mood board, getting a bit more of a plan together, then starting work with a Previs. This is for environmental design. I always like to do a Previs first, then you start building, then you swap your Previs models in for your models that you've made. Sometimes it depends on the way you're doing it. Add environment elements like rocks and trees and stuff like that, and last one is lighting. So that's what they'll be doing over the next few weeks. I'm not sure how long it's going to take us as a group, but the first thing I want you to do before I start answering any questions, right? I'm going to do the classic shout out to Sketchfab. You can sell your models online and you can buy models, and the great thing about Sketchfab is that you can view your models before you buy. So let's have a quick look at some environments. I'm on the wrong page actually. That's annoying. I was setting myself up so well. This one's not bad actually. There's an environment on Sketchfab. Although I wouldn't say this is the sort of environment we're going for, but it's pretty cool, isn't it? Nice little design there. It's got a little staff pick there. What's great about Sketchfab is you can actually view the models in terms of in the inspector down here on the model inspector, and you can actually see how they've been made. And this one is nicely made, isn't it? Look at that. Nice and low poly, only as high poly as it needs to be. That's the key when you're making models for games and mobile and so forth. Well, just games in general, really, because although our Unreal Engine sort of possibly blew that out of the water recently, but we still need to worry about the amount of polygons in our scenes. And I reckon that will be the case for the next 5 years at least. But you can see what's going on here. This is some really detailed stuff, and you think, well, how do they do those cool tiles? And there we go, that's how they do them. They stick them into the objects. Lots of people ask me that. Do you actually overlap objects? And yeah, look, they're overlapping objects, and it works really nicely. If I take that off, the wireframe off, you can see how well that works together, and it looks really cool, doesn't it? Okay, sorry, I'm away from the chat. I'll answer questions in a second. There's quite a few come through already. Okay, so yeah, that's a good point. Grease pencil, I just saw that. Grease pencil would be a good one for the Previs. I should have probably gone across that. I sort of do stuff like that in Photoshop and things, and I have done a couple of previses thinking about what we were going to do. Previses? Is that a word? Previs stands for pre-visualization, so you're sketching out ideas, and we're going to do that in Blender today. But the first challenge is underway, and what I want you to do is to go onto the internet. You might already be on the internet, I don't know. I want you to maybe something like Pinterest. Let's go to Pinterest here. There we go, the art of Dan Zhao. So there's some really nice stuff. And I want you to post the most inspirational concept art picture. And we'll take a look at people's different ideas and what inspires them, and we'll have a quick chat about that. If you haven't already, join the Discord server and post it onto the live section in the Discord. Where is my live section in the Discord? Hold on a second. I need to set up all these screens. Where are they all going? Where is the live channel? Where are you? Where are you? Oh dear, I've lost it. Too many channels on here, isn't there? Where is my channel actually? Oh, I thought it was at the top. It is. It is at the top. It's right in front of me. Right, there we go. There we go. Nice work, Irish Jack. You got it. You got. It's his proper follow-along lesson. It's like being in school, isn't it? Look, there we go. Ta-da! Can't help but love it, can you? Okay, so in here, not here. In here, I want you to post your most inspirational concept art that you can find on the internet. So go onto Pinterest, onto Google Images, and just type in concept art. And I've got a mood board here of them already, and I use PureRef for mood boards. So there's my PureRef mood board. I'll cover I'm a stupid up, because obviously I'm not at all. I'm very, very clever, you know. And you can see some of this concept art here that maybe we can mimic, maybe we can grab some ideas from. I quite like these ones, hence why the thumbnail is a little bit in this sort of direction, maybe this sort of direction a bit. But yeah, so I've got lots of concept art ideas that maybe we could mimic and try out with our shapes. Okay, so whilst you're doing that, I'll leave this. There we go. There they are. They're coming in. That's not it. Just one last one. Okay, and so we got Vartan. So, oh, that looks cool, doesn't it? That looks really cool. Loving it. Here's mine. Tengam MR. Looks cool. Yeah, we could do something along those lines, you see. And I want you to sort of be experimental and... oh, that's a very small one there. That's cool. Yeah, we're going to... really outlandish stuff that you think, well, how on earth would they make that? We're going to try and sort of start the process off so you can get the idea of that. These are some cool stuff, aren't they? This is quite fun, isn't it? When I ask my students to do this, they don't post anywhere near as much stuff. It looks cool though, isn't it? Oh, I love this one. Love this one. I quite fancy putting that onto my Pinterest, so I might do that. Quick click and drag. That's the great thing about Pinterest. I ought to show you that actually. So I just clicked and dragged into Pinterest. Not Pinterest, PureRef. Ah. And there it is. Some more concept art for me to gobble up. Brilliant, eh? And this one, I like this one. So let's say I like this one. Get my PureRef up. Click and drag. Oh, no, because my PureRef wasn't in front. Why is it not in front? Oh yeah, it's gonna, yeah. So I have to put that on another screen, yeah, and then click and drag it, and it's in now. But yeah, I've done the preview image. There we go. Click and drag that in, a bit bigger. Yeah. And there it is, in PureRef. Right, okay, let's answer a few questions. I've got to scroll up a little bit. This is, oh man, there's loads. There's a few just highs. Hello, everybody. Don't delete the default cube. Oh, that might be tricky today. We'll see what we can do. See what we can do in Sunny Ray. Alejandro Barragan. Hello. Are you going to do sculpting? Yeah, we are. Yeah, I'm wearing the glove. We are going to do a bit of sculpting, but in a really simplistic way. It's just easier to concept out with some really, really basic sculpting. So this is as simple as you can possibly get with sculpting. For sculpting, what tips? Practice. Alejandro Berrigan. If you've got a question, make sure you at Grant Abbitt. I think there has to be a space as well, so that it can highlight in orange on my stream. It could be low poly if you wanted to, and it certainly will be starting off low poly because it's a previs. So it's just the whole idea is a previs. So if we got things like let's go back to the stream, and we got some cool design like this from who's Envisage 13 Sky City. Okay, so the whole idea of a previs is just sort of detail where objects are going to go. So we could roughly sculpt this shape and then put little blocks on to just decide where our buildings are going to go and where this funny amphitheatre type thing, I don't know what this is, it's going to go. So that's the idea of prevising. Hopefully, am I getting across the idea yet of what we're doing today? So a bit more inspiration on there whilst I'm answering some questions, and then we'll dive right into Blender. I want to know how to make eyes and mouth. Yeah, I probably need to go into that at some point, so I'll probably get onto that. Known theme for next challenge. Yeah, that's a good point.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, whoever that was. I'll get down to you in a second. I've recognised the face. I think it was... yeah, anyway, I'll come to that. Yeah, that's right, Corey. Yes, Previs sounds a great use for grease pencil. I've kept away from any sort of 2D stuff because I'd follow that approach and I'd do some 2D concepts and things. But I know that not everybody's an artist, and we're more 3D. So I'm trying to figure out for people who are more 3D based how they can concept in 3D without having to be good at art as such. Swap, the British spelling for swap, indeed. Sketchfab is great. It is great, isn't it? Where do you teach? Suffolk One, it's called, or sometimes called One, sixth form college, but it's in Suffolk, in Ipswich. Yeah, and I teach sixth form students. Unreal Game Jam. Can we listen Dr. Disrespect Kill It song? I haven't heard that one. What type of microphone you use? It's a Shure SM7B. It's quite a nice microphone, but quite expensive. But I mean, it's all down to the voice, the sexy voice that I've got. Oh, hello, Charlie Rigdon. Nice to see you on here. Well, Charlie Rigdon is an ex-student of mine. I did recognise your face. It's Nico number 9. Thank you very much. Stuck at work, but I'm excited to watch later. I hope you find time to join in later on, Nico number 9. No, it's not orange. You have to put 2 T's, a Tusha S. Scroll down from my inspiration. I'll get there. Do you use Substance Painter? You know, I really want to use Substance Painter more, but I'm not finding the time to have a go, really delve into it. But it looks like it's a nice, easy way of texturing. There's some cool stuff here. This is an interesting one. This is a fun one. We're not really going in this sort of direction, which is more a... it's concept art, but I'm thinking a big sort of epic landscape type scenario. Is Raymond's model done? No, it's still not done. I'm so busy at the moment, just so busy. I still haven't finished the course that I've been doing. Oh, by the way, there's a great character course you can buy, and it's absolutely amazing. It's getting better each day. I've just finished the rigging section. We're about to take our model and talk about automated rigging and put it into Mixamo and stuff, but I'm still going with it, so I'm trying to complete it. So all the people who are saying, well, where's the rest of it? I'm getting that done, but it's making me more and more behind, and I'm trying to keep up with the YouTube, obviously, and do live streams like this as well. Will you make UV rendering and texture? Not today, but we will eventually with the project. You definitely should, because once you do, you'll fall in love with Substance. Yeah, I can imagine. The only problem is it costs money, and I teach people out there, so I'm trying to make sure that everybody has access to what I teach, and it's just another barrier if it costs money. How do you come up with a fictional environment from scratch? Well, excuse me, a little bit there. Hey, David J, thank you very much. I don't know the official release date for 2.83. It was pushed back, and I thought it was pushed back to around now, so it must be any minute now. Must be. How do you get ideas and how do you concept from scratch? You look at loads of these sort of images, and you think, well, what? You start off thinking, what do I like the look of? And you just look at these and think, oh, love the look of that, love the look of that.
Ooh, well, thank you very much.
And then you think, well, okay, I want to create an environment. What sort of environment am I going to create? Is it going to be with a river in it, in a sort of valley like this? There's a river in there actually, or is it going to be a sort of rocky landscape with castles on top? And that's what I did for the thumbnail anyway. Or is it sort of mountainous with sweeping landscape like this? Another river there. I quite like this one actually. This is someone from here, isn't it? Oh, Grey Jack Gaming, thank you very much. Oh, 67% complete with your character course and loving it. Can't wait to get rigging and to the rigging animation section. Well, you won't be let down. It's wonderful. I'm glad you're enjoying it though. Yeah, it's a bit of a whistle-top.
Well, thank you very much.
Tour of rigging. But I think most people are probably going to be more interested in the automated process using Mixamo, so they can quickly get their character into a game and stuff. But I do talk about the complexities of rigging and so on. But it should be up now, I think, the new sections. I'm not sure. Let me know if they are. Oh, game over as well. Thank you very much. This is what are we making today? We are making a environment. We're starting environment design. So I'll quickly go back to the what do we call this? The Discord. This is so cool, isn't it? So we're going to be trying to do something along these sort of lines, but the very basics of it, the very early stages.
Ooh, well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, that was Game Over's. Thank you very much, Game Over. Their donation. So yeah, so things like this, how and where to start is the big question I often get asked. And we will get started, don't worry. I'm just going to go through each of these, just quickly sweeping down, getting some ideas of what we could do. I love this one. Oh, absolutely love that one. And this one I like as well. I like these sort of rocky portal type things, aren't they? Yeah, love them. That's a cool one. I mean, these are just brilliant, aren't they? And it is absolutely massively inspiring, and it just gets your whole creativity flowing, doesn't it? Do you know, I'd look at these and think, oh, well, maybe I could do, and I look at something like this, and I love the mountains in the background, I borrow that from there, but maybe I don't want a barn type scenario, I want a castle, so I'll borrow a castle from there, and maybe some of these weird sideways jaggedy rock things are so cool, aren't they? Ruins, basically, they are. And we've seen this one before, haven't we? So two people are liking that. Maybe we'll go along this sort of line. Lighting is all important, but we'll come to that later on. But that's nice, isn't it? And that's an interesting one because that's down deep in a drain. That's quite clever. Oh no, it's not. Sorry. I thought that was a drain cover, and this was an apple core at first. Oh, that's weird, isn't it? With actually two people. It's quite funny, isn't it? I like that. Oh, some lovely stuff, isn't there? Hey, your inspiration. Love it. Did surprise me. Yes, yeah. Now that's a good point actually, because you can use sort of packs for this, environment packs, and then sort of just plonk loads of stuff together and make environments quite easily. But we're sort of going the more traditional route, but that is a way of doing it as well. Oh, there's masses. I'm just going to really scroll down quickly through this. Okay, so we've got some ideas there. So let's open up Blender and think about how we're going to make those ideas a reality. Now, where are we? Where's my Blender? Now, what did I do? Which version of Blender did I do mine on? No, it doesn't really matter. We can start afresh. Okay, so let's say you've got one of those pictures, and if you've got a couple of monitors, put one of them on one monitor and have one of them on Blender, obviously. Do you have a Blender course? If yes, do I have to spend money on it? I've got several Blender courses for free on my channel. Just look under the playlist section, and I've got a paid for course as well, which you can see the links are in the description. Inside of a sponge, how would you proceed? Think about the shape of the sponge and the holes, and then remodel the inside like that, I suppose. Okay, I'm gonna move on, and then we'll come back to the chat. There's quite a lot. There's quite a lot of excitement today. That's quite cool, isn't it? Okay, so let's say I'm trying to think whether I should use one of these actually, and then maybe that's Yeah, we'll start off using one of these. Yep, I think we'll do that. So back to the Discord, and I'll just find one that I like. Oh, that is lovely, isn't it? I quite like this one as well. That's quite cool. Should I go that direction? Oh, it's tricky, isn't it? Because you think, oh, but I want to do this, but I want to do this. This one's quite cool as well, isn't it? Oh, man. Love this. Oh, I love that. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to go with that direction. It's a tough one, isn't it? I'm trying to think of what as well will make it simplest, because I can imagine myself spending a little bit too much time on the sculpting here, but it could be fun. It could be fun. I mean, that looks awesome, doesn't it? But we could adapt this for our own sort of means, couldn't we? And think, oh, how can we make this into our own sort of landscape? Maybe we'll try that. Okay, I'm going to download that. Save image preview, isn't it? Yes, forgetting what I'm doing. Right, I'm just saving that. I'll just chuck it on my desktop, actually, I think. Andreas Rocha Magic Kingdom. Okay, so I'm just giving them a shout out. Oh, where's it gone? It should have gone on my desktop, but I can't see it. Oh, anyway, I'll go into Blender and I'll open up the side panel here so we can see that image nice and easily. And I'll change my outliner, which I won't use much, especially when we're concepting, and I'll just put an image in there as some sort of inspiration. Yep, we're making a game ready, hopefully. We'll squish it all down polygon wise and stuff. So I'll change this across to the image editor. Where's that? It's interesting, isn't it? There's the UV editor and the image editor, so there's two now, and that's actually quite handy because there's different stuff you can do in each. The image editor is the one we'll use, and we'll open up your sort of inspiration that you might be using as a reference. Generally speaking, though, I have it on another screen, but I'm going to put this in here for the sake of so you can see it. Where is my desktop? There it is. Right, so Andreas Rocha Magic Kingdom image there, and I'm going to keep that there. Okay, so got to think of the silhouette. Indeed, that's exactly it. And we'll come on to that later. At the moment, we're just sort of getting shapes in. So let's say you've got a sort of rough idea in your head, or you've got some images that you want to mimic. Just start shaping them out in Blender. Probably the easiest way is just to use cubes and start with the default cube. There we go. Oh, and Sunny Ray, were you asking that? To save the default cube, and we are, because we love it. Can you make a tutorial on how to make human on robot? Yeah, maybe one day actually. Which chat sub-channel is the pick? Again, I'm sorry. Do you mean this on the Discord, and it's under the live stream channel this is? Oh, look at this. Oh, isn't it beautiful? So which one are we using? This one. This one here. That's the one I'm using anyway. But you don't. Oh wow, we've got that many people watching. Well, that's making me slightly nervous. My iMac arrives Friday. Oh, that's sad news. I'm not a Mac fan. We have them at work, and they don't run Blender particularly well compared to a PC of similar price would run it. Well, my PC is a similar price to the Macs we have at work, and it runs Blender so much better. Anyway. Tell your friends, we're almost at 400. Tell your friends to come on, just so I can get to 400 for the first time. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, so we're doing this one here. So let's bring back Blender. Cool, I'm getting really warm in here. It's a hot day today, even though it's quite cloudy. It's spam the like button. Oh, I like. Anyway, so scale this in the Z, I think. I'm making this bit here. So now I'll move that up a little bit, and that's all I'm going to do for that now. I'll update it a little bit later. Then I'll probably start with top view and think about how this is going to look in top view. So be thinking about that. Maybe, yeah, what I'll do is I'll bring that across and bring this down. The screen's getting too small though, that's the question. I mean, is this all right? People happy with what I'm doing here? And I'm going to go to T to get rid of the toolbar. I'm not really going to use it. Yeah, top view on this one. And so this is this section here, and I'll Shift D to duplicate that. Oh, Shift D to duplicate that. Scale in Z, and sort of put that. I'll go to the front view here. G. So this is kind of side view actually. That if this is front view. Actually, I should make that front view, shouldn't I? So I'm getting confused with where I am actually. This is top view. So that. Yeah, there. That does make sense. Okay, let's make that a bit bigger. Okay, so let's think how we're going to make this scale. And G to grab, and Shift D, and I'm just going to sort of make this platform coming out here like this. Okay, so we're going to sculpt this a bit more later on, and I'll make these different sizes. So scale Z, and scale Z, and see, already we've got a beautiful concept art finished, job done. Do you Control Alt Q? I thought that was a quit thing. Is it not? What? Control Alt Q? I'm not even sure what that does. Tell me what it does. Tell me what it does, people. So I'm just filling out the platform with blocks. So I'm prevising this sort of idea, and I'm going to move them up and down. Have you made any tutorials regarding particle physics? No, it's not really my thing so much. Quad view, yeah. Do you know, where is quad view these days? Because you used to have a button for quad view, but I don't know where it is in 2.8. A very, very well used. Oh, so that's what Control Alt Q is. It's quad view. Huh? Ah, look at that. Okay, so who said that first? Who said that first? You can have a gold star. I've gone back to gold stars. I don't like gold cubes anymore. You can, when you get it, you can just think of whatever shape you want and it will change to it. But I'm going back to gold stars. So who was it who said it? Tell me who it was. Oh yeah, so Game Over, and donated as well, Game Over. So he's double gold star today. So Control Alt Q will take me to quad view. Okay, Control Alt Q. Look at that, it's changed that one to quad view. Oh, can I actually undo that though? Oh, now I've got to get rid of these things. Oh, hang on, Control Alt Q. Will that take me back? Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's good, isn't it? Did it used to be like that? I don't remember it being used like that. Very, very rarely used it in the past. Okay, so I'm just scaling these. Can you see I've got this sort of weird platformy thing now? I'm going to bring that one down. G, then Z. Oh, I haven't got my screencast keys displayed. So what are we? Yeah, I think that quad view is actually better, isn't it? Because I can quickly change quad view. Yeah, we'll leave it like this for now. So screencast keys, where are you? There we go. All good. Right, so do control. Oh yeah, sorry. Have you? Yep. Will you be using f-stop to match the camera's perspective, or just eyeballing it? I mean, I'm not actually going to copy this completely because I think I'm going to make this my own. I'm thinking this might be more fun as some sort of interesting castle. I don't know though, because this artist is brilliant, and I'm just a pleb really. A pleb, is that? Yeah, I don't know. What will you name those artwork? I'm not sure what you mean, Dark Side. Do you mean, what do I call these? Generally, if you type in concept art, you'll get lots of these up. Do you know a shortcut to open close the panel that appears in the lower left corner when you add a new object? Someone told me it was F3, but so if I move this, Shift D, it just appears for me, and then you can press the little disclosure arrow. Has it disappeared for you? I'm not sure. Oh, so we've beaten 400. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Thanks to everybody who's watching. No, you haven't missed much. So, yeah, that's a good point. Oh, F9, is it? F9, let's have a look. F9, there it is. There it is, F9. So who got that first? Who got there first? Oh, Corey S. Oh, you got your first gold star of the day. Okay, so you can see here that it's sort of working. They're a bit big at the moment, aren't they? So I can just sort of select them all and maybe scale them in the Z so they're not so big. So we've got this sort of weird platform thing happening here. So scale in the Z, I think, with this one, and I'm going to duplicate it and scale in the Z and just scale it up a bit. So we've got this sort of interesting thing. I'm not sure what that's going to be yet, because I'm not sure I'm going to copy this entirely. We just got this here in case we want to. Corey's a moderator, so I made him a moderator for doing a fantastic job of helping people out on here. How do I scale again in the Y but leave the bottom of the cube so not break the ground plane? I'm not sure quite what you mean there, but you'd have to go into edit mode if you want to, let's say, scale just the top. So this sort of goes like that, if that's what you're thinking. Okay, so into edit mode with tab if you want to do that. I don't know how you do hard surface stuff. It's sometimes a struggle with. Yeah, I've got to get good at Blender series. That would probably help you. You could try going through that. Thanks, Korish Nasri. These lives are amazing. Isn't this actually called blocking a scene? Yeah, you can call this blocking out. Yeah, it's different terms for different things. Sometimes in sculpting we call that blocking out, and this, you could argue this is blocking out ready for a previs. There's lots of different terms, but that's a good point actually. I probably should talk about the terminology used as well. Let's talk more Blender. Well, yes, hopefully people are following along, so let's just quickly see, is anybody up to date? So get on there and oh yeah, I've got the keystroke on now. I'm Scout. What size monitors do you use? I've got a 16-inch Wacom Mobile Studio Pro. I think this one's 27-inch Benku, and then this one's a TCL, which I think is some sort of not particularly great brand, but it's 22 or something. So they're a bit all over the place, really. Can you move the pivot point too? Yes, you can. I can't set up my keystrokes in Blender. There we go. Yeah, well done, creator. Can't set up my keystrokes in Blender. Do you mean the shortcut keys? Because that's a plugin from J&M. You need to look at his channel. That's cool, isn't it? So you're actually following along with what I'm doing exactly. That's cool. Don't be afraid to try your own things out as well, and just sort of follow the process that I'm going along. But following along with me is absolutely fine as well. You can just grab the top face if you want to scale just in the Z, or you press S then Z, and it will scale only the Z. If you want to scale in, let's say, the X and Y and not the Z, you press Scale Shift Z. Okay. How long did it take you to be so a god in Blender, if I can ask? Well, I've actually been using Blender for about 20 years, but only seriously for the last 5 or so, I would say. Maybe a bit less than that, to be honest. Yeah, there we go. This is looking good, guys. Oh, we're all using this one. Lovely. So already you can sort of start to see a bit of a landscape emerging. Yeah. So let's go back to Blender. Procedural textures. Dare I say it? CG Matter has a few on there. I think Ducky's doing a few more of procedural texturing, but CG Matter's the one I know more about. Yeah, so CG Matter. Don't tell him that I've mentioned him on here and given him a shout out. Because we have a bit of a banter-thon, it seems, with CG Matter. Okay, so you might want to set up your camera at this point, but I'll leave that for now. But you could start thinking about what position you're going to see your scene from for the most part. So I suppose if it's a game model anyway, you want to be moving around a lot, but thinking about these sort of environmental aspects in the background, are they going to be sort of taking part? Are they going to be way in the background? Or are they going to be sort of in the scene and jumpable on and that sort of thing? So if they're background elements, then you'd probably have less topology on them, and you'd sort of move them back. Maybe they'd be a bit less detailed than some of the foreground elements. But all the time you're thinking about what the player is going to be seeing and what perspective they're seeing it from. If it's, this could be a concept art piece that's just for a still. Therefore, you set up your camera and you think solely about that one direction. Okay. Shortcut keys on Blender. Do you mean these shortcut keys that I've got here? Shortcut keys. Yeah, that's a J&M plugin. So if you go onto J&M's channel, it's a great channel, well worth subscribing to. You can get his plugin there. Okay, so back into object mode, and so I've got a sort of plane here, which is very simple. Still not quite sure what I'm going to do here. Any ideas? Shout outs. Do we want a castle here? Do we want a weird sort of blocky thing here? What do you reckon? Give us a shout. I'm going to link these up though. Shift D to link them up. And I am going to go off on this side a bit. And I'm just doing this in top view, but I notice that I'm not actually in top view. So it's actually scaling up a little bit. And now I'm going to scale down a little bit as well. So they're sort of going out random, and then I'm going to scale up, Shift D, and I'm just doing lots of these blocks. It's still not very high poly though, is it? And Shift D. So what are we going to have? A weird blocky thing, castle, wizard tower, post-apocalyptic, a temple. What about a stone watchtower? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. castle sci-fi stuff. You know, I'm not a massive fan. I am a fan of sci-fi, but I'm more of, when I see art, I don't know, I do actually like sci-fi art, so what am I talking about? But I don't know, there's something mystical about this that just draws you in. You think, oh, I wonder what's down there, down that path, and the magical art.
Ooh,
You know,
well, thank you very
that's
much.
that's what I love. I can't actually see who donated then. But thank you very much. Who was that then? Sind Angel donated $5, but I can't see it in the chat. So there was that not a super chat. Do let me know, Sind Angel. I'd love to know why that's not appearing, and if you have managed to donate in another way. But thank you very much for the donation. Much appreciated. Yeah, in the picture we've got a villagey type thing in the back. So do we want anything like that in the back, or do we want that in the foreground? And then we sort of, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of changing this wildly actually, and maybe going off in this direction. So Shift D, and I'm just going a bit crazy, a little bit crazy. And maybe there's a sort of city, village, town thing here, and on the hill is their special temple, castle thing, lookout castle, and there's this little sort of thingy up here. That's what I'm thinking at the moment anyway. Could all change. Name it the Dracula Castle. Could be Dracula's castle, couldn't it? That could be quite interesting. Okay, so at the moment, so I'm looking at this sort of angle here. I mean, it actually looks a bit sci-fi, doesn't it? So you could go for a very sci-fi blocky scene if you wanted to. A river coming down from the tower in that image. So, in this image, a river coming down from the tower. I don't think so. Don't think so. Is that what you're asking? Is that a river coming down from the tower in that image? No, I don't. Oh, is in this stuff. What is this? A river of magic. It does seem to be, doesn't it? Something like that. Who knows? I do have some tutorials on Retopo. You could look at my character course. I've got some tutorials there as well. But if you look at, it's the 2.79. Do I have a 2.8 version? I think I do. Just type in Retopo on my channel. I'm pretty sure I've got a tutorial. The problem is I've done too many tutorials now. I'm forgetting what I've done. It gets so bad sometimes I forget how to do something and I have to look at one of my own tutorials to look it up. Okay, so right, I'm gonna experiment with the tower. In fact, whilst we're deciding whether it's castle or whatever, let's see how people are getting on. So we've got some cool stuff happening here. There we go. We got a bit of lighting there. Now this is interesting. What the? What? Yeah, so circular cylinders, that's a nice idea. It's interesting with the light in the scene, isn't it? Really sort of, I don't know, it gives it character in a strange way, doesn't it? These are looking interesting, aren't they? Cool stuff. Okay, we're getting somewhere, aren't we? I'll scroll down to the bottom, we've got this funny running meme. I'm a bit confused about what's going on with this meme. It's drawn me in and I'm getting distracted by it. Dracula Castle thing, ancient church. I like that. I'm Scout. I'm Scout. Oh, there we go. Oh, I like that. We could. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah. I like what you're doing there. Do you know? I'm following along the character course. Cool. Nice work, Hacker Backer. Frank. Yeah. I try not to be political. You're bringing me in. It is. Yeah. That's what I suppose I do at the risk of losing viewers, but it is a dreadful thing that is happening, or it has happened in the United States, and it's really upsetting to see, isn't it? And so yes, Black Lives Matter, indeed. In a racist society, it is not enough to be non-racist. We must be anti-racist, and I totally agree with Frank on that one. But no more politics. Politics. Bruck Nguzi, try not to spam, otherwise you will get you might get sort of pushed off. Yes, I always keep these available later. That's quite. Oh yeah, maybe one of those on the top of the mountain structure could be quite cool, couldn't it? Oh, that could be quite cool. So we've got this sort of mountainous structure. So we could make this a bit more blocky. So Shift D. So I've got the basic block there, and I'm just going to Shift D it, to make it more of a sort of mountainy, because I'll sculpt this a little bit more later on, in a very basic way. And then maybe at the top, I'm just going into edit mode and grabbing the top face and grab it upwards so it's a bit flatter. And then there'll be one of those sort of structures on top. So we can just block that out really easily. Shift right click to move your 3D cursor will help you, because when you press Shift A to add and add in a cylinder or similar, it then will go to the 3D cursor, and I can just move this around, scale it in the Z, and create one of those structures. Let's just quickly look what that looks like again. So it's one of those, yep, okay. So, I mean, it might work, We can. That's the fun thing with this. You just start playing around and think, oh, is that going to work? Is that going to work? Oh, by the way, hello, Frank. I should say that as well. And Shift A to add, mesh, cube. I could have just copied a cube, couldn't I? I'll rotate that in the Z and scale it down. Scale in the Y. Y twice, because that's the local coordinates. You'll understand what I mean more about local coordinates as you start using it more and more. But so scale YY will be the local Y axis. So if you've rotated it, that will be all important. So XX here, because I've already rotated it, and we've got some sort of curve thing here. I'll have to go into edit mode, Control R to do a loop cut, and wheel, and then I can Alt left click the middle one, go to proportional edit here, and press G then Z to move it down, and it will create that sort of curve. Okay, so we've got a really basic, but it's kind of fun, isn't it? It's kind of fun. Maybe, I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep that or not, but it's quite a fun idea, isn't it? Don't forget to save your work. Thanks, Mark. Knight, yeah, all right, you can have a gold star for that, I think, because I'd completely forgotten. Save as, where are we? Where is my... It's weird, I must have been using a different version of Blender on the last one I was... So, where are we? Blender, where are you? No, I can't find you. Because I'm using version 2.83 at the moment. I'm trying to think if there's anything not in 2.82 that I'll be using today. I don't think there is. But I keep forgetting because I'm just using 2.83 all the time now. And I think the official release is pretty soon. Oh, hello Milan. Nice to see you on here. Cloudy Croatia. Yeah, we're cloudy here as well. So that must be interrupting all your stargazing. Sorry to hear that. But we do need some rain actually. It hasn't rained where I am. I can't even remember when it was. And the grass is looking really brown. Right, sorry, I'm getting distracted by all these things. There could be some fires. Yes, there could be, couldn't there? Sort of flaming. What are they called? The Olympic flame. It's a torch. It's torches. Yeah. Oh, dear. Couldn't think what it was.
Ooh, well, thank you very much.
Thanks, Milan. I haven't made any visual effects videos actually. No. Over 450. Why is it today that everybody's joined me? Do you know, I wasn't going to do a stream today as well. That's funny, isn't it? And then there's loads of people. Is it raining in London right now? God, we're missing the rain. It's quite clear outside, and it's really hot as well. I'm very hot in this room with these lights. I'm feeling a little bit faint. Okay, I'm trying to save my work, and I'm not getting very far. Right, Blender, where are you? Why can I not find my Blender stuff? Name, Blender. There you are, Blender stuff, right. And I want to go date modify. Oh, I'm getting hot. Look at this. I'm sweating. Live stream follow along. So I'm doing this on another screen. So it's environments, and this is number 1. Okay, I have saved my work now. Save your work out there, people. Warm rain, is it? Oh, it's amazing. You say that. Ooh, thank you very much. Without moving your lips, it's amazing, isn't it? It's with my mind. With my mind. Environment design must be a popular topic. I didn't realise how popular it was actually, but obviously it is. Oh, where are we? So, oh, hey, that's cool, isn't it? You're doing the orc. Hey, nice work, Greyjack Gaming. You told me how long you've been using Blender for, but I can't remember now. A Sando Japanese shrine there. Oh, I like this. The idea of the circle there. You see, now I want to nick other people's ideas with the circle. I like that. Oh, I like that. Can we have some interesting, because for a circle we could have I don't know, you might want to follow and I'm stealing people's ideas, but that's why we're doing it as a group, because we're learning from each other. So back out of in fact I need to go back to one of those shrines. I probably need to nick that and put it in my PureF, otherwise I'll lose it soon, won't I? So PureF back up here, I'm going to click on this and click and drag it into my PureRef, so it's there. So I've always got a reference of that if I need to, and then I can start modeling that a bit more. Max Rocket, Racket. Is that, I keep pronouncing it.
Well, thank you very much.
I still have the satanic thank you very much indeed. And it's nice to see you on here. How are you doing? How is life for you? Or maybe you have been here for and watching in the background, lurking as they call it. Cool, there's lots of donations. Thank you very much, people. This is really kind of you. The cure for the clouds, invite grant to Croatia. Clouds clouds will be doomed. I don't know whether I can cure that. Right, so that, I'm going to scale this in the Z and make it a bit thinner. And I'll go into edit mode. I'm going to do a loop cut there and there, Control R, and grab that middle one with Alt left click and press G to grab.
Thank you very much.
And I'm still in proportional edit mode. That's that button there, proportional edit mode. So it will move the other objects around it. Yeah. I feel like if I scale this in the X, no, XX, isn't it? XX, local X axis. There we go. Yeah, can you see what I'm doing there? I'm scaling it, but I'm not actually scaling that middle line. I'm scaling the ones around it using the proportional edit, so it's got a bit more of that sharp pointiness. These as well. I suppose I should do a mirror on this as well, shouldn't I? But anyway, I'm just prevising, and I'm getting a bit too detailed now. That's the important thing. You mustn't go too detailed with your sort of pre-visualization and blocking out stages. Shift D, Z, scale Z to move that down. Grabbing the Z and move that up. Oh, what happened there? Messed that one up, didn't I? Okay, what I'll do, I'll press Shift A and just add a cube, and I'll scale it, but not in the X. So Shift X, there we go, and make it a block, and then I'll rotate it around the Z and move that into position. There we go, and I'll scale Shift XX. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. And then scale XX, and we've got one of these sort of shrine things. Grab that. There we go, we're getting there, it's sort of got, it's floating at the moment, but we get the idea. Also, I wanted to do a torus, didn't I? So Shift A, this might not work because it's sharp and pointy. You've got to, sometimes with this, you've got to think of a theme and go with it. So let's have a look at my PureRefs just quickly. This one's sharp and pointy, this one's more curvy. Can you see those blocks? They're more sort of curvy and it's sort of sweepy. This one's sharp and pointy. So you have to be a bit careful. If you're sharp and pointy, don't go too curvy. But you can be curvy with sharp pointy bits on the ends. So, but I think you'll understand what I mean. Instamesh is good for retopo, yeah. I mean, it's not good practice as such, because you could argue it's bad practice, in fact, because good topology, there's no real exceptions. That's not what I mean. The thing where you swap it in and out. It's good topology is really important, especially if you're animating things and stuff like that. So add Shift A, add mesh and torus, and I'll just rotate that round the x-axis 90 degrees, and maybe we'll have some torusy things in here. I'm not sure yet, not sure. So I'm just going to see what that looks like. So maybe there's some interesting sort of torusy stuff going on over here. Haven't like I say, I haven't decided on this one. But that could be an interesting sort of, I don't know, sort of archway portal type thing. Maybe a ruin that's a portal to an ancient world. Okay, so we've got a very basic scene here. I'm going to join areas and bring us back to the big. Yep, so we've got this weird looking place here. Not sure about that yet. So I mean, do we want to do the background elements now? Maybe. Yeah, I'll put them in. So I'll just Shift D this one over to the side and scale it up so it's very big. And I'll scale it in the Y. Okay, so we've got some elements of some mountains surrounding it. I'm not sure that's what I want exactly, but Shift D over there as well. I'll just rotate that around the Z a bit. And so we've got some sort of pathway through here. And this is looking a bit weird at the moment, isn't it? But hopefully this will all make sense. Okay, so if we're in here, these are the sort of mountains in the background. And we're getting there, Yeah, okay. I'll quickly see how other people are doing. Have I not made a retopo tutorial for Blender 2.0? 8. That's surprising. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Tourists can be a bit Stargatey, can't they? Yeah, a bit Stargate. Make it super big and add it to the BG with a mission shader, like Halo sort of thing. Yeah, that. Oh, background, you mean? Yeah. That's not a bad idea, actually. Shift D. I mean, we could try it, couldn't we? That's the thing. You're trying these things out and seeing what's going on. And let's grab that. So there's some sort of weird, I don't know, touristy thing in the background. I don't know whether that's going to actually work in the slightest, but we'll see. It looks really messy at the moment, doesn't it? But we'll get there. Why don't you just import an ant landscape and move it into the background? What do you mean, ant landscape? Ant. Yeah, let me know what you mean by that, Mark Knight. Hello, the H was here. Hello, how are you doing? How you do your retopo is interesting. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, so I definitely have a tutorial on it for 2.79. I thought I had one for 2.8. Make Stonehenge. I survived the storm. Oh well, yeah, the art kid. You're in Mumbai, was it, where there was a storm and stuff? It's not much fun. Oh, Ant is an add-on, is it? Oh, I see. Okay, I haven't seen it. Oh, hang on. Maybe I have. Maybe I do know that. Where I mean, you could use that. I'm sort of Well, you could try that one as well. Yeah, there's lots of different things that you could use for this, and just have fun, create and try it yourself and show us the results. Actually, yeah. Oh, is it a default? So it actually ships with Blender, does it? Something that ships. You know what I mean? Comes with Blender. Let's see how people are getting on then. So we'll go back to here, and we've got some Tauruses there. We've got a cool orc from the character course. I don't know whether you've heard, but I've got a course out at the moment, and it's very good. And that's the results for Greyjack Gaming. Great advert there for the course. It's going to be rigged and animated as well. You're one of the most chilling streamers to listen to. Chilling. Chilling usually means, I don't know whether you are from the UK or not, but chilling is sort of scary. But chilled, hopefully that means, I don't know. I'm not even using Blender at the moment for my game, but I watch your streams because of how relaxing you are, Grant. Thank you very much. And it's got lots of likes there as well, so it must be true. This is nice, isn't it? I like this one. I prefer this one to mine. Can you send me the file and then I can swap it in for mine? This is good. I like the experimentation here. Oh, look, there we go. Irish Jack. That's nice, isn't it? That's great. I love the way you're experimenting there. Yeah, that's cool. This is quite interesting. Very nice. Skylar Studios. Good job. Looks really cool. Okay. Just jump in there with a small project that I'm working on. Skylar Studios. This is good. Yep. Took a different environment and it looks brilliant. I'm liking that. You're already onto the sort of sculpty bits by the look of it. Quick question: what happens when you have 1,000 viewers submitting their pics for the follow along? Might be too much for you to work with. Well, don't know. We've got 400 and it's working fine. The more the merrier, I'd say. Oh, this looks good, doesn't it? This is quite interesting. So you got some spiky bits on the end there, or a little passageway, looking very cool. And this is quite interesting. You got a sphere at the top there. Yeah, it's starting to play with the lighting now. Yes, very good. Oh, it's great, isn't it? Modelling a Porsche at the moment. People just jumping in with that. This is what I'm doing. Fun stuff. Okay, so yeah, it's all happening, isn't it? Oh, look, we've got some interesting sort of stepway here. That's cool. Oh, this is interesting, isn't it? So we've got some sideways cubes. I quite like that. I feel like I want to do sideways cubes now. Okay, there we go. Brilliant stuff. Right. So once you've got some sort of rough idea, do you know, I'm going to hide these for now because I don't think they're helping with my overall plan. I'm going to start pushing these together. I'm going to click on one of these, full stop on my numpad because my that's to center my camera around that. Full stop is period key. Almost 500, really? What? Don't worry about it, dude. You don't need to donate anything. It's just great to have you with us. So let's select that. And what I'm going to do is Control J. You know where I'm going with this. Control J. That's all one object now. It's all one object. But if I were to scroll in, scrolling, you can see it's got an inside, it's still got the inside pieces, what I'm trying to say. So if I go to wireframe mode, it's better. It's still got all those inside pieces. So it's just joined them, but it hasn't joined them like a Boolean would join them. So it's non-manifold, as it's called. So if I try sculpting on this, it's not going to work. I'll show you that. In fact, I'll go to sculpt mode with this. There we go. It's not. It's got a warning message. But if I try and start sculpting, oh, let's turn Dyntopo on and start sculpting. It just messes up, and you get this sort of weird lip in it. So I'm going to undo that. Go back to layout mode, and back to solid mode. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to be able to remesh this. First of all, make sure that you've exactly that Arian Doom. It's Control J and remesh. So I've done the Control J and I'll do the remesh in a second, but before I do that, Control A to set the scale, because I've been scaling these things all over the place and they've all got different sizes and it will confuse Blender when you start sculpting, most likely. So go to the sculpting now. Oh, thank you very much, Milan. People, please be generous. Don't let me down in my attempt to reward really great job of Grant Abbitt. Thank you very much, Milan. It's much appreciated. Don't feel like you have to donate. It's really appreciated if you do. It supports the channel. It's fantastic. But that's not the only reason I do it. It's good fun as well, and it's about learning and having fun. But thank you very much, Milan. Very much appreciated. Okay, across the sculpting. So I've pressed Control A. I've reset the scale. So N, my toolbar item. You can see that the scale is set to 1, so we won't have any anomalies. So go to across the sculpting, and we're ready for sculpting. I feel like though my Metcat might be letting me down a bit. Oh no! Oh no! My Wacom has gone wrong. Oh no! Right, I'm just gonna have to mess up the stream slightly. It might go a bit weird. Did that go really weird? What happened? Oh, are you all still there? Tell me that you're all still there. It's just all gone black. I think we're okay. Gonna have to go to... Right, is my Wacom back? Hey, I think we're back. I had to unplug it and plug it back in again. Sometimes happens with the Wacom Mobile Studio Pro. Right, what screen are we on though? Is this working? Right, there we go. There's my pen. Whew. Oh, you're still all here. What happens when you don't set the scale? You'll get a warning message down the bottom in orange, and it'll say non-uniform scale, and you'll start sculpting, and then on some sides it will push out more than other sides because it's got a weird distorted scale. The sound is just too tempting. Is it coming back? The sound. It's going to happen soon. Thank you very much again. Game over. When do we really need to apply scale or rotation? Whenever. Is it really reached 500 people? That's amazing. Thank you all for watching. Just a bit shocked, really. Okay. Unplugging a tablet is part of the lecture. Yeah, that's important that you all do that and then plug it back in again. No, it isn't, was it? What was I saying? I've got distracted. Yeah, so when do I have to apply scale and rotation? So whenever you're attaching things together, so whenever you're parenting, that makes a difference. I'm trying to think of other scenarios. Sculpting, obviously. Texturing is the other one. UV unwrapping, because they'll unwrap with the original scale and think that's what you want it to be. It's quite strange. I'm trying to think. There's very rarely that you won't do it. So it's actually better to scale things in edit mode. Then you won't get that problem. So I'm getting all burpy or something. Too much talking. And then you don't have to reset the scale, but it's a bit awkward to do that. So generally just reset the scale once you've scaled it in object mode. Okay, so let's go across to Dyntopo. And now we can really start having a bit of fun with our landscape. So Dyntopo on, and you'll get this message, but it's to do with UV, and we'll sort that out later, so don't worry about that. And with Dyntopo, turn it to constant detail. It's much better for a beginner, constant detail. I think that should be the default, so that because professionals should understand this, but yeah, it's constant detail. Stick on that. And I think probably around 5. I'll just put it on 5 for now, and I'll start painting. Oh, it's got mirror on. Turn mirror off because it's not symmetrical. So there's the mirror button, and we can start sculpting. And can you see it creating topology for me? So I can start sculpting on this. Ooh, that went a bit weird. Okay, and the brush you'll want to use, that was just with the draw brush, and you can see that, I haven't remeshed it. What an idiot, what an idiot. I'm going to undo those strokes. Don't just follow along with what I just did. Not impressed, Grant, not impressed. Before you do that, we need to remesh it. Getting lost here. So remesh, and could you see that when I was sculpting there, it was having that weird issue? That's because there are faces inside the faces. So we need to go to remesh and do a remesh. And there we go. It looks kind of cool like that, actually. It's a bit. We're getting a bit sci-fi, aren't we? A bit of a sci-fi look happening here. I mean, it could work. Could work. I don't know. I quite like the fantasy look myself, though. I'm a big fan of the fantasy stuff. I'm just going to get rid of my Wacom dialog box so I can see the. Yeah. Oh, that's quite a nice one, actually. I'm just going to quickly bring that down. Okay, so there's the. Who's this? Polybloom. I quite like the look of this. So you've got this sort of sphere structure in the middle. I like that. I like that a lot. I might copy an aspect of that for mine. I'm just, mine's getting too eclectic and weird now. Okay, so once you've remeshed, then go to the Dine Topo. Sorry about that. Tick that, and we can. Where are we? You see, you can't detail flood fill in here because that doesn't remesh it. So you have to use the remesh option, then go to the Dine Topo afterwards. And we're ready with the 5 on constant detail, so we're ready to sculpt. The brush I'm going to use, I'll bring my brushes out actually so you can see them, is the snake hook tool. And then you can start pulling this around in different directions, however you see fit. Now, what you might find is the rake, this is the bit that turns it like this. Oh man, that could be quite fun, couldn't it? I don't know. What do you reckon of that for an environment? I don't know about that. But the rake is that bit that sort of turns it when you're pulling it with the snake hook tool. So it's a really useful feature, but I think turning that down will help you a little bit. So I'm going to just vary this a bit. And the snake hook tool actually pulls out geometry. So it will keep creating geometry as I pull it out. Can you see that suddenly changed there? And it created some more geometry, which is quite cool. I mean, you don't have to. I'm just going with a sort of swirly, more organic landscape because that's what I like. But you might like the blocky look. But I'm going to, yeah, like I say, go for all the organic look. And I want it to be, I mean, I haven't got my concept art up here, but maybe I should just make it a bit more random. But you can have the concept art if you want. In fact, I suppose you might want to see what I'm working from. So in the image editor here, I can press that little down arrow that's there and get Andreas what's his name again? Rocha, something like that anyway. And you can see the sort of idea there that we're sort of following a little bit. So that across there, and smoothing it out with the smooth brush. This is actually a little bit detailed than it needs to be, so I'm going to turn this down to 3. Can you see how it all changes? It's all blocky, and that's what I want. I want that blockiness because I don't want to be detailed at the moment. Okay, so it's an interesting sort of landscape. I can bring down the bottom if you're going to see the bottom at all. Bring that down. Oh, we caught the top of a bit there, so I'll just bring that up. So there we go, sort of rocky pathway now-ish to whatever this is going to be. And it's probably going to be some rocks, a strange sort of rock formation up there. Okay, so questions and things. When do we really need to apply Sculpting? We've said that one. Am I at the bottom? Oh, not many questions actually. I just joined, forgot about the stream. No problem, Alpha CG. Nice to see you here. Where can I get best references for Blender creations? Pinterest is a really good place, I think. It's just easy to find references there. And obviously ArtStation, Sketchfab, because you can look at the models there as well. Why Dine Topo? I saw a video saying not to use it. Why is that? I would have no idea why someone would say don't use Dine Topo. I mean, it does remesh your object every time you pull something around, so changes the topology. But I can't say why someone would say not to use it. You might have misunderstood what they were saying. I don't want to criticize any teachers out there because sometimes we get misinterpreted. It happens all the time. Okay, so I'm just sculpting around and making something simple like this. I'm going to smooth out the top a little bit, so there's a pathway in there. Okay, so we're looking around here, aren't we? Somewhere around there. So I might make this a bit bigger. That's the great thing about this, what's it called, cintiq brush. It just pulls stuff out and makes topology. Magically makes topology. Love it. So I can easily make this a big sort of rocky, whatever this is. What do you call it? Rocky landscape thing. So I'm just pulling it down like this and just smooth it out if you've got any dips and things. And we've got this cool rocky landscape. There we go. Try not to sculpt too much because I know some people will be doing this with a mouse and it's a little bit slow with a mouse, certainly. People are always saying that, oh, you can do everything with a mouse, but it is certainly quicker with a pen, I would say. People would argue with me, I think, so I don't mind people arguing. Just no shouting. No shouting. Don't want any shouting. Unless you're playing football, then you can shout as much as you like. What am I talking about? Going off on one ear. Save, please. Save, save, save. Okay, all right then. I'll save. Seeing as you asked so nicely. There's number 2. Okay, so I've got this sort of rocky formation here, and I might want to do the same sort of thing over here. But you could always just copy and paste this and move it around into different locations, and that would work as well. And how much faces or vertex do we need that Blender doesn't lag or stops? Because this is my problem these days. Would be nice if you help in it. Okay, so I'm keeping my dyne topo really low. I could even go lower than this and go down to about 2. Hold on, Milan, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'll make you a mod. Add moderator. There you go, Milan. And Greyjack Gaming Soccer. All right. Gonna be like that, is it? What was it? You distracted me. Yeah, so I was saying I could even go down lower than this to 2. Oh, I just messed up, haven't I? Still, I mean, it's still reasonably detailed. Let's go down to 1. Oh no, hang on. Did I choose the right one? 2, there we go. So resolution, I'll go down to 1. And can you see how blocky that is? But that's fine because we're in the Previs mode. We don't need it to be detailed. And in fact, I kind of prefer that sort of blockiness because it's low poly and we don't have to spend loads of resources. And it changes really fast, which I think is pretty good. So it sort of makes it pointy and jaggedy, and that's exactly what I want. So yeah, keep it really low resolution. As much as you can, as low as you can, all the time, in my opinion. Because let's say it comes to a later stage and I want to add some detail to this. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can go the sculpting route, or you can start retopologizing the shapes slightly, and then doing the whole thing with textures, so bump maps and normal maps, which are far less resource intensive. So thank you for the donations, Greyjack Gaming, with your soccer comment, and Milan. You are now a moderator on this account. Where can I get the reference images you are using? So someone posted this one on the Discord server, so you just scroll up a little bit and you'll probably find it there. Grant? What? I'm not sure why you're saying Grant there. Why is that? What's going on? WW Kayak. And oops, too late. This is quite interesting, this, isn't it? Maybe if they curve upwards, I think that could, like it's an alien that was living, that's landed, you know, like old whale carcasses. I don't know where I'm thinking of this from, but so it's an alien that's landed on this planet and died, and it was huge, ginormous, and it's got big bones sticking out. I'm sure I've seen that on some things before. This is looking good, isn't it? Supantha Pool. These are pretty, yeah, I like this, you see. So we're creating landscapes already, look at this. So, yeah, so like I was saying, you can go quite low res with this to get some ideas, because we're just blocking out to see where we want the shapes, and then later on we'll start working on repositioning them and think about where our camera angle is, maybe adding a bit of atmospheric lighting just for a bit of fun. We should be all right. So I'm going to go back to layout mode now. Is that it need retopo again after sculpting? Not always, because we can just remesh these things so they're really. So I'll do it on. In fact, I'll duplicate this. Shift D to duplicate, and I'll move it around so it's got a sort of interesting another level here. Oh, how about that, guys? I'm on another level now. Oh, it's all happening. Okay, so we got this new level here, and with this one, I can't compete with Max again, but we can try. Thank you very much, Milan. Don't feel like you have to. You don't have to. I really do appreciate it, though. But I wouldn't want to put anybody under pressure. And Max has been very generous in the past. He's a very generous guy. What's the concept of this piece? We're being pretty random, and we're just blocking out, having a bit of fun. So there's no real sort of overarching concept, but there probably ought to be a bit more. So a fantasy environment is where I'm going, and it's sort of similar to this, magical, mythical, but we're just playing, having a play, and that's often a weird. It's a tough one, isn't it? You're staring at a blank Blender screen or a blank piece of paper. Where do you get your inspiration? Thank you very much, Dragonom. Very much appreciated. And I like your. I can't even tell what fruit that is actually. Looks a bit like a peach from here. It's tough, isn't it, to sort of get ideas. So I'm taking just random images, mainly from the fantasy genre, and just chucking them in and seeing what we come up with. We can use, you can actually, to get rid of Boolean, to get rid of overlapping mesh, that's where the remesh comes in. So I can join these both together and then remesh them, and that will work. What version of Blender are you using? 2.83 in here. I don't think there's anything different, is there? Let me know if I've got something on my screen that isn't on yours. Playing is a good way. You are jumping into try, but I think having a main concept focus can help you take the right decisions. I quite agree, actually, Terry, DPN. And that's why I've got my reference images here. So I am thinking kind of along these sort of lines a bit, and these sort of lines, and mix and matching those things together. So I think it is important to have some sort of, I'm using PureRef here, so some sort of reference images on another screen. I quite like this sort of thing on a mountainside, and these sort of structures maybe on the top of our, up here is what I'm sort of thinking. So I might go really deviate from this and maybe have it a mountain going up that way that sort of completes in this sort of structure at the top. I don't know, it could go in that direction, but I've got this here to guide me, and I love this. I absolutely love this sort of stuff. Just brilliant, isn't it? But then I quite like this. I quite like this archway idea, so I might go in that direction as well. That's quite fun. There we go. There's that archway again. More archways there. So I was liking those. So it may just suddenly evolve into those. Just checking if there's any more questions. Yep, so that's the sort of direction I'm going in. It's pretty random. Now, what I was saying is, if it gets too high poly, just click on it, go across to the. I mean, you can remesh that's really low poly. So let's do that first. So sculpting, I've got this object down here, as you can see, and I can remesh, and I can make it so it's I think 0.1 that would probably be too high. So I'll go. When I say too high, I should say too low. In fact. Is the lower the number, the more detail you get, the smaller the voxel sizes. That's the idea behind it. So I'll go 0.5, and why can I not press remesh there? Oh, it's because I've got Dyn Topo activated. Yep, so untick Dyn Topo, and then 0.5 remesh, and you can see there, and I can remesh it like that. But actually, I'm going to go even higher than that, so it's 0.9. Let's try that, and a remesh. So we can get it really blocky, and it's actually, it possibly loses a bit of detail, so watch out for that. The other way of remeshing, let's go back to layout mode. There's a modifier under here, add modifier, and there's the decimate modifier up here. And then we can just drag this slider, and you can see the mesh changing as I drag the slider down. And that keeps its shape more, but you have this horrendous topology. But it's actually quite nice in this case. It works for this, so I'm going to apply that. And then I've got this sort of topology, which is working well. for what I want anyway. Okay. Got lots of questions actually. I had to go back to 2.8 because the mapping node is different in AI newer versions. AI? Just the newer versions. The mapping node. Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah, they changed it, didn't they? And that was a bit confusing, wasn't it? Especially if you're doing tutorials. So I'm not sure it was necessary to change either. I suppose it might make more sense, but it's awkward, isn't it, Frank? George Brad makes that kind of city in a rock that you love. You should go check it out. Cool, George Brad. I just wondered, would it be hard to make a small stream of water go down the rocks, or a glowing effect in the middle of the indeed, I think that would be cool, wouldn't it? I think it could come down here and then down here or something. We'll see. Maybe down the side here. So maybe I'll look at it from this sort of angle. Down here. That might be quite cool. Maybe this is going to be a floating island instead. I don't know. It's just so much fun, isn't it? Just saw one of his drawings on your reference board actually. Sorry, who's that? George Brad. Oh, was that George Brad drawing? Interesting. Problem with PureRef, I really kind of need a third screen to use it because I've got an arrow on the. I've lost you. Yeah, so you got video, stream. You need buy a third monitor. So no, it just has to be done, doesn't it? Is that it need retopo again after sculpting? I was hoping I'd answered that there. You probably would need retopo, but you can get away with things like remesh and the decimate modifier. You should Shift R to eyeball it. Shift R. What is Shift R then? Shift plus R. I'm doing Shift R, and it's just changing to edit mode. That's a bit weird. I'm not sure what that's supposed to do. Shift R. Actually, Shift R, isn't that repeat last? What do you mean Shift R? Sorry, Revarm. I'm not sure what you mean there. The Ninja Panda Ghost. You're going to leave me on in the background while I use Blender for a $5 gig. Nice. My sculpt's still not adding new geometry. It has same number of faces of squares. Have you got a modifier on it at all? Make sure you've applied a modifier and make sure you got that Dyn Topo ticked, and then it should do. Let's just check any other. Blender fluid sims are buggy. Yeah, unfortunately. Manta Flow is getting there. It's a good start. Right, let's see how you're getting on, and then I'll come back to what I'm doing. Okay, we've got some interesting stuff going on here. Oh, look at this. This is nice, isn't it? Here we go. Good job. Supantha Paul, looking good. Irish Jack. This is nice, isn't it? See, it's just a bit of sculpting. That's looking great, isn't it? That's really looking great. Are you Irish Jack on here as well? I'm trying to think. Irish Jack. No, yeah. Anyway, let me know. Leo Basil, this is quite fun, isn't it? This is a nice idea. Nightmare Before Christmas style. Tim Burton, we were talking about him last time. Minotto 200, using my first graphics tablet. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Looking good. I like this. Maybe make them spiky at the end as well. Oh yeah, they could even be, I don't know actually. A sort of ruinous thing going that way. Yeah, I mean, that's cool, isn't it? I quite like that idea actually. I might steal a bit of some of that from you actually. Yeah, because I think, something along this pathway could look quite good. So I'm back in layout mode, Shift right click, Shift A to add, and add a cube, and then maybe scale these in, and they can be sort of ruinous bricks that are going along here. So Shift D to add and rotate slightly. And yeah, that could look quite interesting. That sort of leads us along slightly. And they were statues at one point, but they're taking us to the magic portal that has gotten all decrepit in some way. I've got a feeling this needs to be sort of bigger at the back here, so it's a magic portal. I don't know. So again, the idea. Do you see? This is the fun, isn't it? You're just concepting out with some of these weird ideas and stuff. So maybe a magic portal in the background there that you have to sort of go through this pathway to get to. And there's some weird rock up here. I'm not sure about this rock anymore. But do you see where I'm going with this? You're sort of testing things out, moving things about, having a bit of fun. A new question. Can you explain the remesh value? It's a bit confusing. Yeah. So let's I can remesh this quickly again. So into sculpt mode. And you can't have Dyn Topo ticked, otherwise it won't work. Under the remesh, the voxel size is the only thing you really need to change. The higher the number, the bigger the voxels are, okay? And the voxels, so if I choose 0.5 now, the voxels are these cubes, okay? So you can see the size of the cubes there. If I change this now to 0.9 and press remesh, that's the size of the quads that we're making, okay? Hopefully that explains. Our game over. Sapantha Paul you are Sapantha Paul. Gotcha. Let's just have a quick another look down here. Still looking really awesome. Oh, this is very interesting. Urban Sunny Ray. I think I made a rocky graveyard-ish. Yeah, I mean that's quite fun though, isn't it? And maybe you can. Just make sure they do join together. Have you remeshed? It looks a bit like the sculpt's going weird, but maybe these could be small houses going up to the top here. Oh, it's great fun. Milan, thank you very much once again. Has my sound disappeared? Did it? Yeah, it didn't come in then, did it? Interesting. It's something about YouTube that I'm not so happy with. It does these sort of things and just goes weird all the time. The other day I watched Corridor Crew. No match with Grant Abbitt. Okay, now visual effects. But Corridor Crew. What is that? Oh, they're a YouTube group. Are they a YouTube group or something? What is Corridor Crew again? No VFX. Nice to see you, Parnav Sood. First time here. Good stuff. Come back anytime. There's a time lag for the donation, but that one hasn't even come up. It's crazy. YouTube. It's weird, isn't it? Frustrating. Well, thank you very much. I'll do it myself. Okay. You've got holes in your mesh. Yeah, now you have to watch out for that with the remesh. So what you'll have to do is put a block in there, join the two meshes together with Control J, and then remesh again, and that will do that for you. There is a Boolean option as well, but I won't go into that because it will distract. Corridor Digital, yeah, what's that? What is that? It's a vlog channel, is it? Okay. Yeah, I feel like I've heard of that, but I can't think where and what. Yeah, anyway, I suppose I ought to get back to... Oh, this is an interesting one. Polybloom. Oh, yes, I like that. This is a nice structure. You see, this is great, isn't it? We're really experimenting, having a bit of fun here. Oh, that's looking good. I prefer that, actually, to mine. Maybe my sidey thing isn't working. Maybe I don't need this structure in mine. I've got to decide, haven't I? Is it going to be a portal, or is there going to be a floating castle type thing? Oh, that's quite fun, isn't it, as well? Oh, yes, they're looking good, guys, looking good. And here's another one. Oh, I like this. I've seen that before, actually. It's really lovely, isn't it? Creator VR. Okay, I feel like, I do need to actually decide. I'm going to go back to layout mode. I'm going to remove this for now. Just this, sorry. And hide that. And I think maybe sort of leading up towards this area. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, I'll move this out of the way just for a moment and select these, and I'm going to sculpt these together. So Control to deselect those ones, make sure I've just got them, and Control J to join them. Oh, now, this is interesting. You sometimes get this when you try and join. So active object is not part... Yeah, it just disappeared, but I'll try that again. Control J. Active object is not a selected mesh. So can you see the active object? I think this is the active object here, but it's not actually... it's not being selected. It's a bit weird when that happens. So just, if that does, just make sure one of your objects is the active object, Control J, and now it's joined. Okay. Milan again. Thank you very much. Why is my donation suddenly died? What are you doing, donations? Weird. Alert box. What are you doing? Alert box. Test widget.
Ooh, well, thank you very much.
So that worked. Weird. Oh well. John donated $90. That was me testing the widget, so he didn't actually. There's no John. He's made up. I made him up. I should just press that every now and again, make it look like I get a lot of donations. Okay, so back across to... So thank you very much, Milan. Where is that? Like, exactly where? I don't know why it's not turning up. So I just tested it. It's working. And YouTube, I think it's the YouTube link. It just messes up. It's really strange. Too many donations, that's what it is. They're worried about you, Milan. They think you're donating too much and I'm just trying to steal money from you. Something like that.
Ooh, well, thank you very much.
There we go. It's working now. They're back. YouTube heard me. I don't know what's going on with it. It's weird, isn't it? And I can't see the concurrent viewers either. It doesn't tell me anymore. And every time I upload a video and say I'm going live at 3, it puts it to 9 o'clock. And then I have to go into the video and edit it again and put it back to 3 o'clock. I think, what are you doing, YouTube? What are you doing? To be fair, it's probably very complex. Right, back to sculpting. But object has non-uniform scale. So back to layout mode and Control A and set the scale. Across the sculpting. And now we're ready to sculpt. But I've got a remesh. So up to the remesh. 0.1's too much, isn't it? We've decided. So it's 0.5, I think, wasn't it? And remesh. And there we go. We've got a different looking sort of blobbiness there. Let's just build this into our... Oh, I've got to turn Dyn Topo on then. So Dyn Topo with constant detail. And I've got my resolution really low. I'll just put it up to 2. No, 1.5. There we go. And there we go. It's about there. That's looking good, really. And this is going to just sort of join in there. You can sort of join it in fairly loosely. We can always join them together later on as well. So we're going to just sort of make this into a sort of mountainous thing like this. So I'm just sort of pulling straight down and it creates a sort of rocky structure, isn't it? It looks kind of interesting. So we've got this interesting pathway going up there.
Ooh, well, thank you very much.
No, you do not stealing money from me. I am lazy. Thank you very much, Roland, once again. You're very kind. Right, so we've got 2 sort of rocky bits now, and we can actually edit these a bit more even. So we can duplicate them and move them around to get some sort of interesting shapes that go up to my funny thingy over there. I don't like this middle bit, it looks a bit weird, so I'll smooth that out with the smooth tool there and just make that a bit taller, that a bit smaller. So we got a weird rocky pathway, looks deep, dips down too much there, flatten it out at the top. There we go. So all the time I'm using this snake hook button here. Save, file, save. So the snake hook button. And now I'm noticing there's a sort of bridge there that could look quite cool. So maybe I need to make a bit more of that. So this is the kind of thing I'm talking about in terms of just you're mapping things out. And obviously this could go much quicker without me chatting away all the time and stuff. 450, wow, that's amazing. Weird. How do you set the uniform scale again? Control A. Control A. This is fantastic. Cool. Yeah, so I'm suddenly thinking, maybe a bridge across here, right? So let's bring this over here. And then we'll just start. So there's gonna, and I think this is gonna go out this way. And I can just pull it out this way. Pull it out here. Oh yes. Pull it down here. Pull it up here. I think you get the idea, don't you? Right, so we've got this over here, and I'm going to move this back this way. And then, what's it? Oh yeah, you can jump between objects if you go to Edit, Lock Object Modes, and now I can press Alt, left click, and go to a different object, and then Control Tab to go to Sculpt Mode. Or obviously you can change it up here as well. But when I press Alt, left click, now I can sculpt on this one, Alt, left click, and sculpt on this one. So that's Edit, Lock Object Modes. If you untick that, you can Alt left click on things, and that's a bit more helpful. So that's going to come around here, isn't it? I've just forgot that I've got one underneath it as well. And then I'll have a bridge over the top there. So I'll just smooth that out a touch. That's cool. Yep. Getting there. I'll Alt left click on this. I'm going to remesh it with a bigger voxel size, 0.9. Turn Dyn Topo off, remesh again. Milan, why do you it's been so generous today. My birthday, the date of your birthday is 15th of the 2nd, so 15th of February, the day after Valentine's Day. That's why I'm so adorable.
Ooh, well, thank you very much.
Maybe that's why I'm not, because it got all used up on Valentine's Day and then I appeared. It's working this time. So did it work the last time? I can't remember now. Okay, so we got this happening. And it's looking kind of interesting, isn't it? I'm not sure it's working, but it's looking interesting. I'm not sure about these blocks yet. We'll see. I'm thinking of making them sort of ruinous. But can you see how much we've moved from the original sketch? Because we're concepting. If you got sent this by your art director, they wouldn't be very happy if this came back. But we're just using these things as inspiration and then coming out with our own ideas based on that. So this is the whole idea about that. I was about to suggest a bridge, a rope even, maybe, a rope swing. Or you mean sort of
thank you very much.
CG Matter! You are funny, aren't you? I mentioned you earlier, actually, CG Matter, and you weren't here. I said probably something to do with your chess and how bad it was. Oh no, it wasn't that. It was to do with your procedural texturing skills. And someone was saying, where do I go for procedural texturing? And I said, definitely not CG Matter, he's hopeless. I don't mind people knowing my birthday because they might get me a present then. Anyway, let's go back to layout mode and make a bridge. Shift D to duplicate this one over here. And I'll just plonk that down there. Grab that and plonk it down there. How am I going to make this bridge? I mean, I could do it really, I suppose, what's the best way of making a bridge, eh? What's the best way? Thinking, I probably, actually, I mean, this is supposed to be, it's not supposed to be, it's sort of detailed yet, so I'm blocking out, aren't I? So I'm just going to do a basic bridge, right? So we shall just scale it in the X twice, X twice. And we'll do a bridge like that to start off with, right? Because we're watch out the competition. I could do an array actually. Yeah, I could do. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible because it's just sort of figuring out stage. And I'm thinking, oh, this flat bridge. Don't know about a flat bridge, but maybe actually, I don't know, maybe a flat bridge.
Ooh, well, thank you very much.
Oh man. I hope you can afford these donations. Milan, and you're not just going overboard. I worry when people donate loads. I don't know why. I just sort of feel it's very nice, very kind, but maybe I'm worried it puts people under pressure or something. Because although I love donations, of course, I don't want people to feel under pressure. Maybe a tree trunk instead of a bridge. Oh yes, you see, I like, but then I do like the idea of having sort of these are sort of old ruins that go across here. I'm sort of thinking as well of maybe, I'm probably going to go a bit too detailed now, but I'm going to Control R to loop cut. Aaron Roberts, thank you very much. As an illustrator and character designer, I often use 3D modelling as quick reference for environment design. This is fantastic. Hey, thank you very much. I'm glad. I wasn't sure whether people would be into what I'm doing today. I just thought, well, this is what we do at the college, so this is what I'm going to show people. And here we are. There are lots of people here. So I'm just going to grab these two. G to grab in the Z. Whoa, I've still got proportion edit on. G to grab in the Z. Move it down like that. And I suppose if I select this edge and press Control B and bevel that out. And
ooh, well, thank you very much.
Probably all right. Oh, that was the Aaron Roberts one. Thank you very much. The bridge from Temple of Doom. Oh yeah, a rope bridge. I see what you mean. A rope bridge. Yeah. You did say that, and I just didn't get you, did I? Okay, I'm just going to go into wireframe mode quickly. Into wireframe mode and deselect those two, and then I can G then Z. That should do it, shouldn't it? And I'm thinking a bridge like this. I'm not sure though, because I might go for a rope bridge. You see, this is great fun, isn't it? I mean, I'm not suggesting this is brilliant or anything, but it is good fun. All right, let's grab this one and this one. E to extrude in the Z. I mean, it's badly designed, but I'm just getting the concepts in there. And that's quite fun, isn't it? So we've got this, it's actually the way to the Andrew Price donut tutorial. It's very fraught with dangers. But yeah, this is getting there anyway. Shift D, so I'm just going to go to the top view, Shift D and duplicate this and rotate it around. So we're getting sort of interesting shape there. Don't be naughty, Milan. Even though that's very kind of you to donate again. But it's not a competition. and CG Matter does not want to super chat more than $2. It's part of his banter.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, a rope along a curve might actually work quite well. I'm tempted. I still want to go down the ruinous thing. I don't want to be influenced by Frank, because you know what that means. It just gets haywire then, doesn't it? Terry DPN. To make a concept piece more believable, I suggest break objects into 3 parts: big, medium, and small. That's a good point, actually. I haven't really thought about the whole, what do we call them? The rules of design and composition. But yeah, so big, medium, small, and that will comfort the concept you want. Rocks, the circles, shapes. Not sure what you mean by that bit, but I know where you're going. Sort of think about big objects, small objects. So I've gone too detailed with these, and I should start with the big objects and then start thinking about the smaller objects. And the positioning of them is all important, isn't it? So that they have it the 70-30 rule of these sort of small details to sort of 30%, and then 70% is sort of like the big details. I think that's where you're going with that, isn't it? Unless there's more I should know. You should do a battle with Andrew Price. That would be fun to see. He's started to do some sculpting recently, hasn't he? So he was sort of like architectural visualization was his thing, but now he's into my area, which is the sculpting a bit more. I do art viz, but I'm not a big fan. So I feel like that's something that's going to be automated in the future. Have the bridge collapse part of the tower? Have the bridge a collapsed part of the tower you took down? That would be quite interesting, wouldn't it? So yeah, it's sort of I might do that later on. Can you make a hole through the mesh on sculpting? No, you would have to do that with a boolean. And your ball tools, go to edit preferences, and then go to add-ons, and you've got ball tools there. And make sure that's ticked, and then where's it gone? Oh, I'm not in sculpt mode, that's why. And then in sculpting, I'm right in saying that, aren't I? Under tools, isn't it? What? Where is it? Oh, this is weird. Where's it gone? Maybe it's under item then. Oh, edit, probably edit. Where's the ball tools gone? Anybody? What's going on? Why have I lost my ball tools? I can't say it very well, can I? Ball tools. I'm a bit confused. Where's it gone? Anybody know where ball tools goes? Why does boolean always sound funny when someone says it? It does, doesn't it? It's a weird thing. And ball tools is quite hard to say as well. Is it in right click, is it? Nope. Unless I need to be in layout mode. Maybe that's what's going on. So maybe I'll go back to layout mode. No, it's not there either. That's weird, isn't it? That might be edit mode, not sculpt mode. But it shouldn't appear in edit mode. So if I try and join these together, for example, and then can I right click? Ball tools? No. Haven't used it for a little while. Wish is 1% of grant. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Milan. But thank you for the donation again. Press F3 and search. I suppose that might... Control Shift B, it's a shortcut in object mode, selecting 2 meshes. So Control Shift B. There it is.
Thank you very much.
Good job. Who was that? Terry DPN. You got a gold star. Nice work. Nice to see you, Frank. 8 p.m. Oh, I don't know about that. I'll start getting ready for bed at 8 p.m. Okay, so ball tools, Control Shift B will take you to the menu. I'm sure there was another way though. I thought it used to appear down here, but then you can. So I've got 2 objects selected, Control Shift B, and then I could union them, or intersect is the one you want if you want to. So let's say you get a cylinder and put it through, and that will intersect and make a hole for you. Okay, where are we? So we're up to. I haven't got that long to go actually, and I'm not really that far along with mine. Let's have a look at how you're getting on though, because you're probably doing better than I am, because I'm just chatting away. But let's see. There's some cool stuff here, isn't there? Look at all these. Okay, I think we're about here, weren't we? Somewhere around here, because I remember this one. This is very nice, isn't it? Looking good, guys. Looking good. Like it. Oh, this is interesting. So we got yes, the rocky shapes there. This is where we got up to, isn't it? No, yeah, there we go. I'll try to mess around with the other objects later. But yeah, so we've got a pool of water. And yeah, just use a plane for now as a pool of water to get the idea of where the water can flow and stuff. I like your trees, interesting mountain stuff. Nice ideas going on there. Help my sculpt is too jagged. Should change voxel size. Well, yeah, I think that's okay. But under the Dyn topo up here, tick that and then change it to constant detail and change the resolution of that. Hope that makes sense. Oh yeah, that's exactly what Sozig was saying there. That's quite interesting, isn't it? Hey, cool. It's quite fun, yeah. Oh, you made it for Sculpt January, sorry. I thought this was your concept. But yeah, it works, doesn't it? That's cool. Monotto 200, looking interesting there as well. Yeah, I like this. I feel like these they're maybe too big. That's what who was it was saying that earlier about the shape and size of your objects, small objects, big objects, and medium objects, and sort of think of the relationship between them. Yeah, I suppose I do need to save, don't I? Let's just quickly go to that. Thank you very much. File, save. I'll just save. I'm pressing the wrong button. There we go. So yeah, and this is looking interesting. Yeah, I quite like that. I like the angle as well. That's working. It is less political, Frank. I'm not sure he's still with us. I have Dyn topo on constant detail. Yeah, I think that's the best way, definitely. But it's not adding enough. Maybe raise it resolution, which is 3. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you might need to go up from that base resolution, which is quite low. That's quite an interesting idea, isn't it? Yep, good, like that. Some of these are cool, aren't they? Oh, this is quite interesting with a sort of weird sphere at the top. Watch out, you're going a little bit spiky in areas, and then the mesh can break up, so just watch out for it breaking up. But it's working. Hey, this is quite fun. Irish Jack there. This is looking great, isn't it? I'm liking it. Then it's starting to think about your camera angle with that and where you're going to go. Large, medium, small. What's the question there? Oh yeah, it was on Edit tab, but on Layout view. Is that right for the Bool tools? Is it? Tomo Prime, I give up. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully, I haven't put you off Blender for life. Do always worry about that. I quite like this one. This idea of floating items like this could look quite magical and interesting, couldn't it? And this is a nice angle. This nice structure, sort of going in, so we're framing it. So looking at composition there, like it. CG Matter, no offense, tutorial, not ASMR. He did do an ASMR one, didn't he? He's done a singing one as well, hasn't he? Rap things as well, hasn't he? Oh, dearie me. Dearie. He's tried to rope me in on the rap battle thing, but it's not happening. We'll paint later on. We'll paint at another episode.
Thank you very much.
Milan still donating. I'm not even noticing that it's a donation. I just sort of see it in big blue now. It's getting used to it. We must stop being so generous. Okay, so moving on. Oh, this is quite an interesting one. We've got sort of rope between them. Rope's easier with just Bezier curves. We'll do that later on if I can find a reason to do some ropes. Oh, this is looking quite fun, isn't it? Creator VR. You see, I like that. I was sort of thinking about going down that approach, and I might still do, actually, if you don't mind me sort of nicking your style a little bit there. Bit of light, bit blurry. This is looking good, though. This is nice, isn't it? I like that with the stream in there. And these, oh yeah, very, very nice. Yeah, really great stuff there from MRT. It is related, yeah. Yeah, it looks really cool. This is good. Oh, we're looking good down here, aren't we? This is quite an interesting one, isn't it? It's really sort of blobby, but it's sort of working. It's working nicely. Oh, look, there we go. An interesting cave, and oh yeah, it's all happening there. So this is quite fun, isn't it? I wasn't sure how this session was going to go and whether people were going to be able to follow along, and because it's very random as to what people come up with, but actually it's kind of more more fun. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the stream. More fun when people are doing their own things and it's all going in weird directions like these. Oh man, these are brilliant. Whoa, look at this one. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's great, isn't it? That is just great. Nice work. Envisage 13. There we go. Oh, look, this is a very different one, isn't it? Halal. Nice to see on it. Yep, I like this. It's quite sort of sci-fi, that one, isn't it? What's going on here? We got. Oh yeah, no, I still haven't got the theme for the competition. I've got to sort that out, haven't I? Where are we? So just started following along after 1 hour since stream started, trying to sculpt using touchpad. Oh, tough going. K2B, I would pay to see you rap. It would not be worth it. It really would not be worth it. Would be funny to. Oh no, everybody's doing it now. No, it's not happening. It's not happening. This should be follow an improvised session. Yeah, it's sort of improvised session indeed. You have to save. I think I just saved a moment ago. Did I skip over your screenshot, Tomo? Was it? Did I skip over someone's? I was trying to be a little bit quick, but I shouldn't be doing that. That's it. We've got some colour in there already. I'll just go through them a little bit slower, so you can sort of see them. I can't see the name Tomo in here. You've probably got a different name on Discord. How to merge the gap in sculpt? Then that's where you can just join them together and remesh. No problem, KTB. Okay, let's go back to Blender. Starting to run out of time actually, but I want to go a bit further with this and do some more stuff. You see, I feel like we need some. You see, I haven't quite got there yet in terms of what I want from this in terms of the big shapes. So I'm still sort of thinking about how it's going to look in terms, like I say, the big shapes, and we'll go in and do the sort of medium shapes and then the smaller shapes after that. I'm sort of trying to think about that sort of idea of big shapes and small shapes and so forth. But I feel like it needs to go a little bit further. You've got to think about the angle of the camera, or if it's a game, but is it going to be where are we looking at this from? You can actually set up your camera so it's sort of in view and things, but so you're viewing through it is what I'm trying to say. But it doesn't feel quite comfortable for me yet. I'm getting the sort of feeling that maybe these need to go Shift D to duplicate. Actually, oh, maybe that's an idea. So let's grab that and move it around here. I don't know whether this is going to work. And then we got sort of different. I feel like that needs to be a different level though. Something like this maybe. I don't know. I might be going a bit crazy here, but this is the fun of it, isn't it? This is the fun of it. And maybe this, is that working, or does it need to come down? You see, oh, this is great fun, isn't it? I feel like because we want different levels, and maybe then I can grab this one. Oh, that's in sculpt mode already. Let's go to the actual sculpting view, and maybe I can then bring this down so it's got a separate level. I'll turn Dyntopo on actually. I'm just going off on one now. I've gone a bit crazy again, haven't I? Don't know about this one. Might work. We'll see. It's weird, I've got the pen in my hand and I'm using the mouse to sculpt. It happens sometimes. XP pen tablets for Blender, here they're quite good. I think I tried one out once and it worked well. Can I make a game engine tutorial? I haven't got enough time to look into it enough. I hope you haven't had a crash there, Mark Knight. Thank you. To begin, your tutorials have been following through my Blender experience. I want to know if someday you can record you using your graphics tablet and Blender. So actually record from the back. I do have a webcam, so you can sort of see that, but I find it's a bit distracting actually. It's such a bad webcam, it's probably not worth it. Yep, so XP Pen Artist 15, well worth it apparently. My Dyntopo settings are set to... Oh, my pen's gone. It's gone again. Oh, that's weird, isn't it? Oh, I'll have to do... I mean, I haven't got long left, so I'm just going to not worry about this pen. Now, mine is at 1.5, but it does... I think that's pixel-based or something weird like that. So, wow. The magic hand on the graphics tablet. Thank you very much. Very good of you, Milan. You're in red this time instead of blue. That's interesting. Or orangey, anyway. Yeah, so this is dependent on the size of your object. So down here, you've got the dimensions. So that is dependent on the resolution here will vary dependent on the size here. Anyway, so what I'm going to do for
thank you very much.
A superhero tutorial. I did a sort of superhero tutorial at one point. A superhero kid. It wasn't really a tutorial though. Right, I'm just moving these around. Why has my pen gone again? Oh, I'm really upset. I have to unplug and plug in again, but I'm not going to do that. Right, now we can just start thinking a little bit. Terry DPN, and the glove included in the tablet box is not for that. Not for that. Oh, it's in for just using the mouse like this. No, indeed, you're right. Oh, is it with recent updates? Oh, maybe it's a recent update then. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Saving. Okay, where was I? Yep, so... you need to stop. You need to stop. I do appreciate it, but yeah, and you're being very kind, but you do need to stop. Where's the public kitchen? Okay, so just as the last bit, let's go to layout mode and back to... I think I'll go to look dev. And just sort of think about some lighting. So in fact, look dev and go across the shading mode would be better, wouldn't it? Set up my camera. I'm not sure where yet. I haven't decided, but let's have a little bit of fun. So if we select all our, oh, my dog's going off on one. Select one of our objects and change the material so it's a bit darker.
Thank you very much.
And I mean, we could have a variety of different colours. We'll see. And I'll put the roughness up just for now because I think the glare can get a bit distracting. And I just want to have a bit of fun with perhaps a bit of lighting and see what happens. Control S. So let's go to render. And that's where we're looking at the moment. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? But maybe we can do a bit more with the lighting from here. So maybe something coming from the portal. I'm not sure actually, because that's probably going to be a ruin in the end. It's tough to think about the lighting in this one.
Thank you very much.
Chirikov Roman, thank you very much. Hi Grant, have a nice day. Are you facing a laziness? If so, how are you handling? So where you sort of get demotivated and stuff. I find that where you get lazy, it's because the work's become laborious or just not fun. And if you're really struggling with that, then get your work more towards the fun level if you can. So like we're doing here, experimenting, trying things out, and you just get lost. Like this last 2 hours have been really, they've just flown by because I'm just prattling around being creative. And then because I'm excited about this now and I'm thinking, oh, this is quite fun, isn't it? I'll obviously want to do a bit more with this. But I'm looking forward to the next stage and thinking, well, this bridge, it can have bricks around here. These stones can be sort of cracked up. I could hand paint those. And then this rock, so what sort of rocky texture am I going to use? And what am I going to have on the top of these rock type things? So suddenly it gets more exciting. So try and make it fun to deal with that. And the other thing I would say is if you're desperate to get really good and you know you have to practice every day at your anatomy or whatever it is, and you're finding that laborious, then set up routines where you can chip away at it sort of 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day or something like that, and stick to those routines. That's what I would say. Okay, so with the lighting, I've gone across to the render mode because I don't want the HDR in the background to influence at the moment. And I'm going to just tick on the show overlays so I can actually see my lights. In fact, I suppose what I'll do is I'll bring the screen across here. This is the hardest thing to do in Blender. Look, I'm moving my mouse and I can't get that line. Look, there we go. I've got it. So I'm going to change this to the 3D view and then turn the overlays off on here. And then I can use this for my lighting. So I'll grab that light and grab it over here and just experiment with different locations to start off with. Where do I want a light perhaps? And see what it's looking like. I think to start off with, it's a good idea. Am I going to go for a nighttime scene? Maybe. So the lighting tab under here, I'll change this to a sun. And that's way too bright. It's a strength of 1,000, whatever 1,000 the sun is. So I'll turn that down to about 3 for now. Still quite bright. And it's pointing in this direction. So I'll rotate it somewhere around there. Where do I want? I'm not sure this is set up correctly because I can't find a good place for the camera. So I feel like this lot needs to G, Shift Z, move around, and maybe go that way. Something like that anyway. It looks like it's rotated there. That's weird, isn't it? There we go. And then we got sort of an interesting thing going on here. And I'm just going to grab this and move it in a little bit. Right, and now, yeah, it will sort of, I feel like this is looking a little bit more how I want it. So we'll probably come to somewhere around here. So I'm going off on one again, aren't I? So there we go. Okay, so I've got my rough scene here now. Visit Croatia and don't regret. I'd like to go and see Croatia, see what it's about. That'd be really good fun. Thank you again for the I wonder what the donations are doing today. I mean, this is it's been really exceptional. Thank you very much to everybody that's donated. I could do another bridge as a rope thing, couldn't I? And I could do another bridge as a falling
thank
down,
you very much.
Statue type thing as well. That could be quite fun. Anyway, so we're at this stage, and I'm going to get on with the lighting. So from about here, I'll try some blue lighting, and I'll up the lights loads. I'll up the strength loads to about there, and then I'm going to move this. So it's my viewport's at the front here. I should move my camera to that. What is it? Control Alt 0, and that moves your camera to your viewport. Okay, and I'll zoom out a touch. So, oh, my camera's locked to view. That's weird. It isn't locked to view. So why is it moving out with my? Oh no, it's because it under view there, which you can't see very well. Lock camera to view, and now I can zoom my camera out. I was being a bit weird there, wasn't I? To about there. Okay, and then I can move the light, and this is going to be my backlight. So there we go, round to here, and rotate around the Z. Oh, there we go. Now it's a bit more spooky. So look where my camera is. It's at the front here. So this is the backlight and shining things on the back. And I think that makes it look a little bit more nightimey. So in fact, I'll go a deeper blue than this. So there we go. That's how I think you should do nighttime scenes. And I'm just playing, and you don't really need to do this for a previs, but it is quite fun to see what it's going to look like. This light, I'm just going to have as a sort of a bounce light. So again, another sun, but pointing in this direction. It's very bright at the moment, so I'll change that to 1, and I'll make it maybe a sort of yellowy colour. And it's looking quite interesting. I'm not sure I like it yet, but it's looking interesting. I'll duplicate this, Shift D, and I'm going to do a 3-point lighting, so I'll move this from the camera's point of view, but I'll have this really low, so about 0.3, and I'll make this more sort of reddy colour. Actually, I'll just experiment with a few colours. Maybe it should go off to the green, actually. Just a little bit of green. I'll lower the strength though. Just a touch there. That's quite interesting anyway. How do you make shadows lighter or darker? Well, that's think of the real world and what it does. So when your lights are really if the sun's really at a low angle, then you're going to get big shadows, and they will be quite dark as well. But if you get lots of bounce light, then they'll lighten the shadows. So that's lighter and darker is sort of, it's not really, it's what you do with the lights. So if I only have one light in the scene, so if I hide this one and this one, the shadows become darker. So I've got those sort of bounce lights. So I'll undo that because I don't want to bring back everything that I've hidden. In fact, did I undo both those? Yep, there we go. In fact, I'm not sure I like that one. If I hide that one, I think that's probably a bit better actually. I'll undo that, and I'll just make it a bit less bright. It's quite vivid green as well, isn't it? Maybe a bit more pale. Just having a look around the colour wheel, seeing what might work. Maybe around there. What is the difference between shading, texture and UV unwrapping? They're one of the same, but you must UV unwrap in order to put a texture on your objects if it's a texture that you've sort of downloaded, whereas you can use you can use procedural texturing, which sort of wraps it round in a sort of random way. That's not particularly well explained, but hopefully that makes a bit of sense. Okay, so I think I'll go to the world settings down here. So I'm in the render settings, remember. So if I go to this one, it gives me an HDRI in the background, so it flattens everything out, and I'm not really wanting that. I'm wanting the lighting to do some work, and then I can sort of play a little bit with the camera and think where it's going to go. Also, I'm going to come down here to the World tab and then bring the strength of the background down. So on that color, you can either bring it to black or bring the strength down as well, and that's a bit more interesting. I could add some fog in here as well. Shift A to add, and then shader. I feel like I'm rushing a bit because I'm kind of running out of time, and I always only do 2 hours because otherwise I'll start going crazy and start saying stupid stuff, which I've already probably started from the beginning. Shader, principal volume, and then plug that into the volume there. And that's it's always too much, so it's always too dense. I don't know why they default at 1. They should default 0.1 probably, and then it's still really dense. That's interesting. That. Let's go 0.01. Maybe my scene's really massive. Yeah, that's a bit better, isn't it? It's quite light though. And now it can be quite interesting at this point to add in maybe a spotlight in the background. So Shift D to duplicate this light. Shift D, and that's the background there. Hopefully you can see all this. Rotate this around this way, and I'll change it to a spotlight. I'll change the intensity up to 1000 watts, and we can't see it. Why can we not see that? Oh, it is over there. It's just really tiny still. I think my scene is really massive. I didn't really concentrate on the size of it to start off with. So let's increase that. So 5000 watts. Oh, there it is. There it is in the background. That's interesting. It's actually shining through. That's a bit of a bug, isn't it? Can you see the results of the spotlight there? It's sort of working, isn't it? Yeah, it's sort of happening. I'm not sure I like this though. You're super hard on yourself today. What's the average price of a beer in the pub? Let's compare with Croatia. I think it depends where you are in the country for one. And actually, I don't drink, so I don't know what the price of a beer is. I have no idea. I would set the inside of the donut to emissive. It could be quite fun to do that, to give it a partial portal. Let's do that because that'd be quite fun, wouldn't it? I think I need to bring down some of these lights as well. I'm going to bring this one down a little bit more. So my spotlight should be a bit more glowy in the background. I'm going to turn this way up, so I'm going to just put a 0 in here. So it's like 50. There we go. That's a bit more interesting, isn't it? I might even put another 0 in there. Oh, there we go. That's quite fun, isn't it? Probably halve that though, so I'll go to like 3. So this, the power of my spotlight depends on how big my scene is, and I've obviously made this scene absolutely massive because I wasn't really concentrating on how big these things were. $2 or less for a beer. I think it's quite expensive here, to be fair. $5 for a pint in Canada. Yeah, you've distracted me. You've distracted me. Thinking about beer, and I don't even drink. Big Tricky, are you UK? I can't remember. You have said before. £3 to £4 a pint. The portal to Andrew Price tutorial. Yeah. And oh dear, those donut tutorials. Now suddenly it's looking a little bit more alive, isn't it, and a bit more interesting, and we're having a bit more fun, I would say. What I am going to do is going to go to town a little bit more. I'm going to duplicate this, Shift D, duplicate, bring that into here. Or we can really go to a bit silly, can't we? And have, but I'm going to change this to a point light. I'm going to bring the intensity down to, let's just delete some of these. Right, let's bring that in here. G to grab. Oh, look. The portal of doom. Or to Andrew Price's tutorials. Way! See what I did there? See, that's what happens after 2 hours. I just start going odd. Did warn you. Did warn you. A better rock texture. We do need a better rock texture than this, really, don't we? What we can do, with just the last bit, I'll maximise this screen because it's quite fun, isn't it? And see what it's looking like. It's quite interesting how much it's changed from where we were. I'll look at the Discord in a second as well. I'm not neglecting you all. Just going off on one. Render properties. Let's turn on some bloom. Oh yes, there we go. Some bloom. Intensity. Bring that up a little bit. Oh, that's just fun, isn't it? Do I need to bring the threshold down a bit? Oh, careful, careful. It does look quite interesting. You can also go down to the bottom here. Maybe shadows I can also high bit depth, not making a lot of difference. I'm hoping the streaks would be a bit more streaky. I mean, I could, yeah, no, I won't. Yeah, I'm going off on one, and I'll stop. But color management, we can actually turn this to a bit more medium contrast, let's say. Let's try some very high contrast. Oh, it's looking moody, isn't it? I think just high contrast. And we've got quite an interesting looking piece, sort of, anyway. Oh, I've just pressed F12, and this has come up. So why has that come up? Anybody know? So that's the render, F12. Why has it come up like that? How often do you focus on compositions and or Gestalt principles while working? Gestalt in principles, what are they? I recognise the term, but I'm not sure what you mean. Is this the first pass? How do you mean? It's like this is like very simple blocking out. Yeah. So first stage. Yeah, I think that's what you mean in the first pass. So we're just blocking out. So many different terms for these different things. I do like this volumetric effect. It's quite fun, isn't it? And yeah, we're just sort of being simple and laying these things out. I'm not sure it's working as a piece yet. I think I want some structures over here. Maybe some of those sort of rocky structures like that. And I might make this come out this way a bit and sort of pointy rocks this way and maybe this way as well. And then there's this weird portal or something. And these bridges need a heck of a lot of work. But you know what I mean? So you get the idea anyway. Element hidden from view but not hidden from render. Corey, yes, that's a very good explanation as well. You can't have two gold stars. You won't know what to do with them, will you? But they've got to have another gold star for that. There we go. So in the render, this is frustrating, I think, of Blender. And it's probably naughty for me to say that. But under the filters here, which is slightly off my screen, isn't it? There we go. The filter. There's the render tab. And they only show this one, and they think it's confusing for new people if they show the render tab as well. But I think it's confusing not to show it. Learning Croatian. Dobar dan is good day. Dobar dan. Okay, everybody. We're learning Croatian as well. Dobar dan. Am I pronouncing that right? Dobar dan? Is this for my visit to Croatia, Milan? Where are we? Yeah, so now we've got the render tab. You can see all these things that I hid earlier.
Thank you very much.
That I hid earlier, but I didn't hide them from the render, so I need to actually go down these. So let's just bring this out quickly and make sure they are hidden as well. And you can click and drag down them. So down here, for example, I can click and drag to make sure they're not visible in the render as well. There's another torus there. So now hopefully when I press F12, we should get a bit more of an image that we like. It's not quite there. The composition isn't quite right, so let's close that down. And oh, that's interesting, my camera. I just move up slightly with the camera. About there, perhaps. Let's try again. And this is what we're getting. Oh, my monitor's gone weird. There's something wrong when I unplugged my monitor and plugged it back in. My text has gone really big on one of the monitors. There we go. This is looking quite interesting, isn't it? And we're sort of starting to get something happening. It's not quite there by any means. And I'm not sure about the camera angle. But this is the idea of where we're at. So let's remind ourselves of what the whole idea of what we were doing today was. So 3D environment design project. This is what I do with my students, you see. We did some mood boards. We did some rough mood boards. We skipped the mind map and we went straight onto the Previs section. So really there probably ought to be a bit more planning there. But the Previs, you can kind of do these sort of things, the planning and the Previs together, like we were doing there. So you create, let's say, a mountainside, and you think, actually, I can duplicate that over to the other side. And you're planning all along, and you might actually want to take screenshots as you're going along to see where you were and where you've come to. And maybe you want to go back to a certain point and stuff. And you can even sort of save a scene and then move along and have sort of different iterations of it and compare them next to each other and see which one you like. Sort of like thumbnails in a way. That's what I'm thinking anyway. And then the next time we meet, we'll actually start building some of the blocks and have a bit of fun with those. So probably thinking about how you can build mountains in a simple way with texturing and maybe some sort of monument type things. Monument, is that the right? But you know what I mean. Sort of dilapidated buildings. This can be sort of a bit dilapidated. So it's sort of ancient monuments and stuff. That's what I'm thinking. Ruins. Ruins is the word. See, again, after 2 hours, my brain just cannot think of the right words. Okay, so let's see how you've all got on. It's fun, isn't it? Where are we? Oh, yeah, we got to this point, didn't we? I like that one, I must admit. This is quite an interesting one. Oh, yes, they're looking good. They're looking good. I think I've already seen these, haven't I? Yep. Down a bit further. Yes, so here we are. I should always remember to follow the red line. Okay, so Gascon Man. Oh, yeah, this is quite interesting. It's sort of got some holes cut into it. It's very, very interesting. I like this curve up here as well. I do like that. Might incorporate it into mine. This is the fun, isn't it, of working together like this. This is quite nice, isn't it? It's similar to what I originally had with this sort of structure, but I quite like where this is going. Yep, nice work, nice work. Also, Irish Jack, isn't it? Yep, looking good there. This is interesting. So are you thinking a bridge going across there or something? Could look quite cool, couldn't it? I think a big arching bridge there could look quite fun, perhaps. And then we've got Nove D. I like that. I like this archway here. And then there's a bridge going across here. It's good fun, isn't it? Think about some lighting. You could have a river down here that glows, and then it could sort of be lighting the thing. It could be great fun. I like the rope bridge, Creator VR. Oh, this is looking good, isn't it? See, look at that. With the bit of lighting here, just sort of hidden away, lighting things up. Great fun, isn't it? Nice work. Tigrin Eridus. Paulowsk, I'm not sure. But this is interesting. I like the lighting effects there. How do you turn on fog in the world shader? Okay, so let's just quickly jump back into Blender. And you go to the world tab under the shader. So I'm in the shading editor. No, the shading workspace in the shader editor here. So that's the shader editor there. And under the world, you add a principled volume, Shift A, under shader principled volume, and you plug it into the volume like that. And the density, put it right down, because its default is 1, and that's way too dense usually. I suppose that would depend on how big your scene is. Mine is absolutely massive, I think. I think that little point here is about 2 meters. So it's stupidly big, this is. But that's how big these scenes are. I'm going to have a little person on the bridge at some point, maybe travelling to the portal. Okay, where were we? This is looking interesting with a bit of colour, Minotto 200. Oh, look at this one. Gascon Man. I like that. Oh, I feel like stealing your idea there. That's a good one, isn't it? With the different circles. Very good, very good. I like it. Looks great, doesn't it? I like the sort of interesting lighting. Having some fun here, aren't we? Krishaw. That's quite a fun one. Maybe thinking of the lighting next. We've got some nice lights here. So dim the rest of the lights in the scene and make them the main lights. I think, anyway. Ooh. This is quite a fun one.
Well, thank you very much.
In fact, was that a little while ago, that one? That's a very big delay, wasn't it? So I've got to say Doberdan there, haven't I? That's the Doberdan one. I'm probably saying that wrong, am I? Doberdan, is that right? I played 2 games on LOL. You are still in stream, amazing. I'm not sure what you mean, Bido, but I think you played a couple of games and I'm still streaming, still going. It's a long one today, actually. No, I just want to get through everybody's that's worked really hard to make this cool stuff. Look at me there. Oh, doing it well, aren't I? Doing it well. This is interesting. Spiky. Not sure what I'm doing. I think you're doing a good job. That's what you're doing. That's good fun with the half. You see, that's the fun, isn't it? Just thinking, right, then I can have this, and then I can have this, and it doesn't work, you get rid of it. But it's working. It's nice. Minotto 200 looking good there. Myberg. Oh, that's quite an interesting one, isn't it? That's a very interesting idea there. Yeah, they're like, what are they called? Catapults. James D. I like the light in the cave. Then dim the rest of it. Make this sort of a nighttime scene with a blue light or something. We've got some rocky textures I like as well. Looking cool. Oh, my shoulders are going a bit achy now. So Minotto 200 again, looking interesting with some emission there. Arian D was that? This is looking nice, and I like this structure here. My MP Super Agent 45. Some spiky stuff there as well. And Erwin Sunny Ray, this one looks quite cool, doesn't it? Look at that. It's quite fun, isn't it? Quite fun. So there we are. I think we're doing very well there. Very impressed with how people are getting on with this. So make sure your work's saved, and we'll sort of continue next time. Hopefully next Wednesday we'll start swapping things out for more detailed models, or just working on those models to suddenly make them come alive a little bit more. than they are. Any other questions, actually? Any other questions? Oh, there's another one from Fog. Look at this one. This is great fun, isn't it? And with a bit of lighting, these things suddenly become alive, don't they? Actually, that's not from Fog. It's called Fog. And it's in Visage 13. I thought, Fog, that's surprising because they've got fog in the scene. They're called, but they're not cool. See, that's what happens again. After 2 hours, I can't read anymore. That's it. Oh, look at this one. This one's a nice one, isn't it? Excellent. Yes, look at that. It's very moody lighting, that. I like the moody lighting. And then we got like this. Yes, there we go. Bit more light, even less in the scene, even less. Maybe this green's a bit too vivid. Maybe that's what it is. But get rid of all your grey and make it all completely dark. Just to see. Just try it out. Just for me. Okay, yeah, I haven't decided on the next theme for the competition, so I need to do that next as well, don't I? So I'll be doing that. Is there anything else I've got to say? Of course, buy my character course. Make sure you do that. Oh, and thank you to all those that donated. There was Milan with about 20 million donations. Chirikov Roman, thank you very much. It's just getting loads of Milan donated masses today. Aaron Roberts and CG Matter and Max, of course, Max Racket. I keep feeling like he's told me how to pronounce that, and it's gone out of my head, and I know that I'm pronouncing it wrong. So I do apologise about that. And Sind Angel and Game Over, Greyjack Gaming. You still with us, Greyjack Gaming? David J, Nico number 9 as well. So thank you ever so much for all of those. It's very much appreciated. And yeah, so next stream will be on Friday, all going well. It's be the third one this week, and it's been a busy week as well. So I'll do my best to get another one on Friday. And that's where we're going through the character workflow. A little bit sort of, it's slow paced and it's more just watching me do stuff, but you can ask questions whilst I'm doing it as well. So yeah, thank you all for joining me. I don't know whether my stream suddenly crashed, but there's no more questions, so that's surprising. Hopefully there's not a stream of questions that hasn't appeared for some reason. Or has it? That's interesting. I feel like, yeah, has the stream died? The stream is still going, isn't it? But the chat has disappeared. Unless no one's chatting in the... someone's chatting in the stream, let me know you're there. And if I know it, I think that my stream isn't working anymore, is it? Hang on, I'm just going to use the pop-out stream. Is that going to work? Oh, something's gone wrong. Pop-out chat, there we go. Pop-out chat, that will jump it into gear. Ah, yeah, you see, there's been loads of people chatting, and it died on me. I was thinking, oh, everyone's gone really quiet. Oh, sorry about that. So I've missed all these questions as well, because it wasn't appearing on mine. Ah, Laka Knock, good night. There we go. Laku Knock?
Ooh, well, thank you very much.
So I think I've answered that question. Oh, thanks very much. Milan again. Please save. That's a good point, actually. I need to save my work so I can continue this next time. File save. Good job. There we go. That's our beautiful piece there. Save police. Gestalt principles are the concept of proximity, similarity, continuity, closure, and connectedness that direct attention in composition. Oh, that's cool. No, I appreciate the repost actually, because I missed the first one. Yeah, I better look it up a bit more. I've heard of it, but that sounds like news to me, so I need to research that a bit more. My ooh seemed to trick. Oh yeah, that was earlier, wasn't it? This is much earlier. Hopefully catch the next live stream. Thank you, Paul Taylor. Nice to have you here. People love the donut. Oh, what's this? This is low poly. It is at the moment. Yeah, it's all really low poly at the moment. What do we do? What do we save this as? Just a blend file at the moment. So file, save, and just this normal blend file, and it will save, ready for next time. You didn't use your building. No, I'm not sure whether I'm going to actually. We might change it up a bit. Haven't decided. Oh yeah, so yep, Aaron Roberts, I got that one. Alpha CG, I caught up with the stream somehow. Just posted in Discord. Did we see it? I think we did. Max's name sounds like rocket in English. Yeah, that's what I remember, but yeah, something along those lines. No birds singing. No. If I open the window, then we'll just hear the kids that are outside. So might get a bit distracting. There we go. People saying we're here. Yeah, I think we're back now. So it's Lacunosh. Nosh like that, is it? Instead of Lacunok. Lacunosh. Okay. What do we call this project? This project is Epic Scene.
Ooh, well, thank you very much.
Okay, so just quickly onto the Discord. Last few, as I might have missed some. I don't think I have actually. Oh, there we go. No, that's a bit darker. I like that. Now increase that, because can you see how our eyes are a bit drawn to the cave a bit more? This is fun, isn't it? Oh yes. What's that donut doing in there? Donut from nowhere. That is crazy. It's quite a good donut suddenly. Yeah, my stream wasn't working. It died. Don't know. It's YouTube. It's very frustrating. Minato 200, looking good, and another donut. And what's this one? Oh yeah, that's working with the lighting. I like this bridge. Looking cool. Okay, just checking the stream. No other questions. Right, that's perfect. Grant, how is your Deco Pro configured? Deco Pro. Oh, I don't have that anymore. I got so I use my Wacom instead. Do you use smaller workspace? Not sure what that means. So here from the start, Owen Sunnyway, well done. I sold it because I got sent it to review, and it was very good actually. I was quite impressed with the Deco Pro. Quite expensive though, and yep, really great. But I'd much rather use the Wacom display tablet. That is better, but it's way more expensive. The Deco Pro was £100. This was 2,000, I think. So yeah. Default donut in Blender. No, don't do it, Blender. Are we going to animate? I suppose maybe there's some stuff we can animate it in here. AMR, I'm not going to show that message. Anyway, are volumetric necessary for a good environment? No, that's not the case. They're sometimes helpful, but not always. Sometimes they... here I was just having a bit of fun, really, and sort of spicing it up a bit with some volumetrics, just to show where we could be going in the future. But yeah, not necessarily. Okay, great video. You got a sub from me. Yes, next live stream animation. Cool, the Blender R. Oh, that's a nice one from Andre. Like that. It's almost. I like the side angle to the. We're calling them donuts now, but it's a torus. The portals. Snow or something. That's an interesting idea. Going to start tutorials for composition and creative process in Blender. Tips from a tutorial maker. There's not actually many. Blender Guru has done a video on composition, I know that. But I'd look at actual photography people talking about composition because they'll know it better. Not that they know it better, but they'll, yeah.
Ooh, well, thank you very much.
Lacunosh, is that right? Good night, Milan, to you too. Oh, see, I'm learning. And it's all down to you, Milan. We're all learning. Teaching us Croatian. Okay, so I want to hear good night from every language out there now. Gonna watch your Get Good tutorial. Yeah, that's a good series, I would say, to help you understand topology and things like that. I want to see some interesting languages saying good night. God Nat, is that? Oh, I can't pronounce that one. Tigran Sefarian. Selamat Malan. Netan Emir. Guten Natch. Yeah, I know that one. Can I make a tutorial for a really advanced shot? Maybe. Football greater than soccer. That's fair enough. Boa neat. Lochnot. That's similar, isn't it? They're coming too fast for me now. Anyway, with all those... so I'm getting very distracted. With all those good nights, I think that's a good place to leave it. So, yep, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. And do join me on Friday. Otherwise, next Wednesday is our next stream where we'll be continuing this. Yep, so thank you very much, and see you all next time. Happy blendering. I can't end the stream even. Can't even end the stream. It's not even letting me do that. You're stuck with me now. See you later all.